So in this video, I will show you how to improve and to find better pictures in AliExpress that you can push to your shop. So let me explain this. Robin in earlier videos choose these glowing rings, and this is not per accident that it is branded, because I will show you how to find a similar picture. As you can see, this is pretty decent picture that you can put here on your store and that is not branded simply. So what you would like to do is go to AliExpress and find this similar ring, because there are more retailers that are selling this ring for sure. So let me type in glowing steel ring, and we are going to try and find a better picture than this that is not branded, because remember, we don't want to sell branded products on our website. Okay, so if we go here, you can see that this is the similar or this same ring, okay, that we're selling. This ring itself is not branded, but the picture is branded. Scrolling down, we are trying to find this similar ring on pictures. So this is really what you can do. You can see here, he says Jesus. Here is another brand. Here is another brand. Scrolling down, I hope this doesn't go too quick to you. Scrolling down, we can see once again Jesus, another ring. Trying to look and find it. This one, look at this one. This is a really cool picture. Look at this. And it's basically the same. Yeah, it is. Look at this and look at, this. Let me move this. You see, it's the same. Which picture would you go with? This one or this one? Which looks better for your eye? Which would you buy? This one or this one who's branded? Of course, this one. So the only thing you really need to do here is scroll down and see if this retailer has this picture. And here we go. Here's the picture. Here you got even more pictures, but this was not so clear, as you can see. These were pretty decent, not too good, I would say. These are really nice pictures, as you can see. So you can really take any pictures from here and just upload it to your store. I will right click here and I will save image as, and just write ring and save. Then I would like you to go to the back end of your store here, click on products, and then click on that glowing ring product. And the only thing you need to do right now is to change this picture. As you can see, here's the featured picture. Just click on delete here. That is how simple you remove it. So Shopify is really simple to just hover around and to find where to click, and click on here on add image. Double tap that, wait for it to upload, and there we go. And drag it and drop it to the front, and it's automatically saved. Let's go to our store now, to our product here, and see and try to reload this page and see if it got better. And there we go. There's the ring. That is how simple you do this process. So if you find pictures that are not of good quality, maybe they are branded, etc., what I would like you to do at first is really to go into AliExpress and search for that similar product and really try to find a similar picture that is not branded or maybe of better quality. And once you've done that, you cannot save this directly here. You need to scroll down and try to find that same picture here. You right click and you save down this image, go to the back end of your store, click on products, all products, and just find that same product, and just once you're into the product, just delete the picture that you don't want and just add the image here. That is how simple you do it. And this is actually a video that will be helpful for you. I were hoping in the beginning that I got this and the importance of really having good quality images to sell products, because bad images and branded images won't do it. I promise you, that is so unprofessional. So do this directly from the start. Find those good pictures and make sure that it's the same product on that picture and not another product. Okay, so now it's your turn, or save this in the back pocket for later on. Okay, good luck. This video, I'm gonna give you a small hack that means a lot when it comes to improving the quality of your pictures. As you can see right now, let's go into the glowing ring here. You can see that this is a decent picture. It is good, but it can be better. As you can see, it's a little bit grayish kind of picture if you really look on the picture itself. So this picture, I will make this pop even more, because when you're running ads in Facebook or Google or wherever you want to highlight your products and try to market them and sell them, then pictures are the most important thing. That is what people will buy the picture, you can say, because the picture itself is the product. So this picture, this is okay, right? This is really good picture, but I will show you a hack how to make this pop even more. So we're gonna use a program called iPicky. This is like Photoshop Lite version. This is for free, totally for free. You can go in here, edit your pictures, and even make pictures with this program. I will show you. Go to iPicky.com. I will have this in the resources for this video, of course, and click on edit a photo. And you remember before I downloaded this ring photo here. So this ring is what we're gonna edit and highlight. So the only thing I need you to do is open up the picture that you've saved down, or take a picture just to follow along and do the step with me. Go to, in this case, my computer, and I will double tap that ring, and this appears here. You can see it's a decent picture, it's interesting, it's glowing, it's a dark picture, cool. But I would like this to pop even more, and I will show you how to do that. So on the left hand side here, you have so many features. You can play with the colors, exposures, curves, clones, dodge, burn, everything. The only thing I really need you to do is to click on retouch. This is basically the skin model. This is when you are retouching maybe somebody's face from blemishes and shines and such things. But I would like you to scroll down to eyes and click on eye bright. And then you can see this is the brush here. We're gonna use this brush to improve this picture. And you can increase this brush or decrease the size of this brush. We're gonna increase it all the way. This really depends on the objective that you would like to highlight. So in this case, I can use this. If there were a smaller object, just move this around. Okay, so I'm gonna just tap this picture, and you can see instantly that things are happening here. I'm just gonna hold this mouse and just drag it around above this ring, and things are happening. This is really getting more poppy, and I will show you, I will compare these pictures before and after, and you will see the result. As you can see right now here, it's popping. Okay, so if you don't think this is popping too much, then use this fading area here. Holding this in, this is decreasing, and this is increasing. Oh, sorry, the other way around. This is decreasing. So this was actually how it was before we began this video. And this is how it turned out right now. If you look at the ring, it's popping even more. So here you have to have some feeling of what is natural and what is unnatural, but you really want this picture to pop. So if I take this all the way down here to the fade, it's really popping, maybe something in between here. Let's go with 20 degrees here. And then really important step, click on apply. That's how simple you do it. And then only click on save. Let's save this to the computer. And why not write what was it? It was eye bright. brightening. So eye brightening, really important step. You can save this down as a JPEG file. This is just the resolution, or rather the quality of it. But I would like to go with PNG because this is a highly resolution picture, and save to my computer. I'm just gonna save it down here to the desktop, and we can go out from here. So here we are. We're having the two pictures here, and this is the first one. Before we started, this is how it looked. Maybe I should increase the size here a bit. This is how it looked in the beginning, and this is how it looks right now. This is how it looked in the beginning, and this is how it looks right now. Okay, you can really see that this picture is popping, right? So the before and the after, the before and the after. Which is more interesting for your eye? Is it this one or is it this one? Well, let's see how it looks when we take this into our Shopify store. So what you would like to do is go to that picture here. Let's remove this one right now. Let's click on delete here and add image. Double tap that, and then we can see the before and the after picture, and just drag it in the front, and it's automatically saved. So this is right now before we are updating or reloading the picture or the site, and this is how it's gonna look afterwards. Pop. Okay, so here is before and here is after. Which one is more eye-catchy? Which one catches your eye? Is this the new one, or is it the last or the earlier piece? This one or the earlier piece? I would say this, definitely. So this is really how to pop out the picture. So when somebody's scrolling down their feed in Facebook, or maybe they're searching for this glowing steel ring in Google, yeah, people are searching for this. You can see by the trend in Google Trends as well. And because when they are scrolling down, they will stop, because people are stopping when they see something that is bright, when it's shining, when it looks professional. So this to me looks more professional than this, right? Okay, so if you would like to do this with your picture, and I really think that you should, because this improves the sales also, then go to something called iPicky. I will have it in the resources. The only thing you really need to do is, let me close this, let me show you once again, to click on edit a photo. And once you've done that, the only thing you really need to do is to open up the piece of photo here, maybe on your computer, and just double tap that, go to the retouch phase here, and scroll down all the way to eye brightening, and start playing around with the brush size so it fits your objective, and start retouching it, and the fade going on here. Apply, save in a PNG file, and you're good to go. And simply change the picture within your products. Okay, that is how simple you do it. Good luck now. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take off the brand from a picture really quick. Why would you like to know this? Well, because let's say that you find a really ultra specific and unique product that you want to sell, and you see that the retailer, in this case, for example, if we go into this picture, you can look, there are several pictures here, but let's say that this is the only pictures that are available. Click into it, or maybe this is the best, highest quality picture that you found. But you see it's branded up here, but you see that the product itself has no brand in it. So it's not any marked or anything branded at all, but the picture itself is branded. So how do you remove this little piece of brand here? Because you really like this picture. It's really cool, right? So in order to do that, I would like you to go to iPicky. This is a totally free program that we used in the earlier video, and you don't even need to sign up or log in. The only thing you need to do is to click on edit photo. Okay, so let's go back to AliExpress to this photo. As I said earlier, you cannot save this directly here. You need to scroll down on this page, and see if you find it, the picture itself here. And here it is. This is a picture that we're going to work with. I'm going to right click here and I'm going to save this picture and name it branded for this and click on save. Maybe take this off. And then let's go here. So edit photo. Let me do that again. And then click on edit a photo. And once you click there, just do the same process as earlier. Open up the photo, click on my computer and the branded one here. Double click, and this is the picture that we're gonna work with. Then I would like you to, on the left hand side here, click on the painter. As you can see, it's so much features here that you can use in a free program. It's amazing. We use this also when we're doing photos. So click on painter. And then it's really this simple. Look at this. Up here, we are searching for the tool who's called eyedropper tool. Okay. So if I click on this eyedropper tool, because I don't want a black square here. Okay. I would like this to match the same color as the background. So if I click here with this little eyedropper tool, just somewhere in between here, you can see that this is the color that this background is having. So if I click here, if you look here on the left hand side on this little marker here, if I click on the green one here, it turns green. If I click on the black, it turns black. So click somewhere here in between, somewhere there, okay? And then just click on the rectangle tool here. And then you make a rectangle. You cannot see the rectangle now, but if you see what happens. Just like that. So now you cannot even see that I've done anything with the picture. The text or the brand itself is totally removed. So it's your picture right now, right? So the only thing you really need to do is here to click on apply and then save. Save to my computer. And let's call this not branded. Okay. And always say this in PNG file. This is the best resolution, highest quality. And save to my computer and click on not branded. Cool. Let's see if we can find these two files and compare them. Here are one. This is the branded file right now, and this is the non-branded. As you can see, it's removed. You cannot even see that it's removed like this because they will only see it like this, so you cannot barely see that it's removed. So this is how simple you remove, let me take this off, remove a picture with iPicky, or a brand rather with iPicky. So the only thing you really need to do is go into iPicky, edit the photo, and just click. So open up the photo here, my computer, the branded one, scroll down to Painter, and once you've done that, use the eyedropper tool, click on the same color as you want the text to be, and mark it with this rectangle. Just cover it up with this rectangle and you're good to go. That is in case you don't find a matching picture or a picture that you want to represent your product with, do this, okay? This is just a small hack that you can have in your back pocket, maybe for later. Good luck now. Now in this video, we will be talking about what a sales funnel is, what upselling is, and what downselling is, and how we can take this to our advantage in order to make more money on Shopify. Now, first of all, let me paint you the picture of a normal customer experience on our Shopify store if we're not using upselling and or downselling. Now, first of all, traffic. Our traffic source, the people is coming to our web store. How are they coming? Well, they can come through Google ads, through organically through Google, or with Facebook ads, which we're gonna use. Now, they're coming to our product page. The product page where we have our bullet points, our description, our pictures looking awesome. and they are excited to buy our item. So they click on add to cart. Okay, now they're on the cart page and everything looks cool. They can see the shipping is like 7 days or so, and they're super excited to buy this item from us. Now they click on the next button and then they will come to the checkout page. Now they're on the checkout page, they're putting in all the billing information, their address and everything, and they're super stoked to buy this product. Okay, so this is the normal process here. And then they will come to the thank you page, where we thank you for buying our products, to shopping with us. We hope that your experience was awesome, etc. Now the thing here is that we have only sold them one item. That is, if you're coming to McDonald's for a cheeseburger for $1, they won't get so much money into their pocket. And that this is the same story for you and for me if we're going down this route. How can we bring up the value of our cart? Well, look at this. Something called upsell. Okay, so upsell number 1. That could be an item. Let's say that they bought something from you already. They checked out and so on. Now, we will present another product that is related to the first product. So you already sold one. They've already put in their billing address, etc. But now we're sending them to another page where they're gonna go and buy another product, hopefully. Okay, so here they only have 2 options, either to say yes or no. Okay, now from here you could, yes, if they're saying no, you could be fine with that and send them to the thank you page, but we won't do that here. So they get one product already bought and they clicked on, let's say, no on this upsell. They don't like the other item or they don't have enough money, etc. What do we do then? We're sending them to the downsell page. The downsell for the same product that we're offering on upsell number 1. Same product, but discounted. Could be a discount for 20 or 30%. But here you do want to make sure that you're making profit, that you're making money from this. You don't just want to throw out another product just to, like, it's cool to sell another product. No, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're making money from this downsell. But the downsell is basically taking the upsell and putting a discount on it. Okay? So here they can say yes or no. Whether their answer might be, you will send them to another upsell page, to a product number 3, okay? So firstly, they already bought the product. They said no to the upselling, the first upselling, which is the second product. And then they came to the downsell page. Maybe they bought, maybe they took their percentage offer there, or maybe they didn't. Regardless of their decision, we're sending them to the upselling page 2, the third product. Here they can decide to say yes or no, okay? So you potentially can sell them 3 products. Okay, but what do you do if they're on the upsell number 1 say yes? What do? You can send them as well to the third product. So here you can see the potential of not only selling 1 product, but you can potentially sell 3 products and make a lot of profit from the same customer, okay? And this is actually the same model as McDonald's is using when they're asking you for, do you want fries with that? Do you want a Coke with that? Do you understand here how you can make a lot of money from this? And then once you have went through this process of your upselling, downselling, and upselling, and this can look just the way you want to. We would like to have our customer to go through a really cool and good customer experience, so they will become a returning customer and come back to our store. Of course, we don't want to just throw out irritating products that are not related to each other. We don't want to do that. So this is a great process to go through. And once they walk through this, you will send them then to the thank you page. So this is how a sales funnel can look like, and we will build this in an upcoming lecture. If this was hard to understand because There's a lot of things going on the screen right now. I understand that. Please rewatch this video and try to understand this. If not, we will build a sales funnel with upselling, and we will look through also downselling in an upcoming lecture. Okay? So, see you in the next lecture. Now in this video, we will have a look at something called cross-sell. And cross-sell is basically when you're having one product, the customer has clicked on add to cart, and one more product is popping up, and new offer is popping up, and they will be able to add that to cart as well and to buy more products so that you can make more money into your pocket. First of all, we're gonna install an application for this, and then I will show you the process how to set this up. Now, first of all, go to apps once you've logged into your store. Click on visit Shopify apps, and then go for a search here for something called bold upsell, and then type in enter. And we're gonna use this one, bold upsell, upsell smarter. You'll have a 14-day free trial, which is awesome in order to check this if it works or not. So click that link. And then if you scroll down on the page, you can see that the starter pricer starts at $9.99 a month, and then it's getting more expensive. And what is getting more expensive is actually the upsells that you can make. So here you can make 200 upsells view per month, and then 1,000, 2,000, and 5,000. And you can start with the $9.99 a month, but first of all, we'll have that 14-day free trial so we can try this app if it works or not for us. So if you scroll up the page and you click on add app here, you'll then come to this page, and here we're gonna click on install app. And here's just reminding you that you will be charged $9.99 once the 14-day free trial has ended. So in order to not be billed, you have to uninstall this and just check that everything is out when it comes to payment. But for this, we will just click on start free trial. All right, so now we're inside of the application. And first of all, let's go to the dashboard. The dashboard is basically a place where you can see all the statistics from the application. If I scroll down here, you can see how many have viewed your offer here in the last 7 days, and you can sort this out by days also, or dates or years also. And then you can see how many have added it to the cart, the cross-sell or the upsell. You can also see the conversions, how many have already bought the product with this application, and then also the revenue, how much money that you made from this application. And here's one thing, if you made like more than $9.99, this app is a keeper. That is everything you need to know, really. Now, before you go ahead, just click the offers tab here, the scroll down, and click on create offer. Now we're gonna go ahead and create our first offer, and the product that we're gonna trigger it with is this one. So the cute panda plushie. Now, first of all, you would like to give it a name here, and this is only something that you can see so you can sort through your products. So cute panda plushie. Okay, if you scroll down here, this is where you trigger the upsell. So we're gonna set the trigger, and then we're gonna click on either add to cart or before checkout. And this is basically when this offer is gonna trigger. So when they're adding a product to cart, then this offer is gonna trigger, or before checkout. When they click on the checkout box, then this offer is gonna trigger. First of all, we're gonna add to cart. So when anybody is adding this panda plushie to their cart, we're gonna add in one more, calling the cross-selling product, that's gonna pop up for them, and we're gonna create an offer for that. So in order to make more money, if they click on the yes button, we will make more money. That's awesome, right? So click the add to cart box and then have it as cross-sell, okay? So then we're gonna add in one other product. And we're gonna select the product, the trigger product, the panda plushie at first. So just click this box, select products. If you're having a lot of products in your store, you can sort it here and just go for a search. If you can see here, if you're having so many pages and you cannot find your product simply by going here, you can go for a search here, which is really handy. We have found it, so we're gonna add it here. Click on add, and you can see that it's added here. And then continue with selected products. Now once we added the product, let's scroll down. Now we're gonna add in the upsell offer, the cross-selling offer basically. So to set an offer, click the set an offer button, and then we're gonna name it. So this title here is what the customer will see. So you would like to add in some scarcity here, like one-time offer, exclusive offer today, etc. Let's go with exclusive offer today. Exclusive offer today. Perfect. Exclusive offer today. And then the description of the product. We can name something like why buy one toy when 2 toys are more fun. Perfect. So here you just want to write something catchy that is going to catch their attention. And then select the product. This is the other product that we're going to select. If we scroll down, the other product would be, let me go to this product and I will show you what kind of product that we're going to trigger this one with. And this is the Galaxy Baby Squeeze toy. So if you're buying a Panda plushie, you're often is gonna aim it for your kid, okay? And then the squeeze toy would be perfect for this. You would like to put something with value, meaning you would like to put something that relates to the product that you're selling. If you're liking pandas, then you would probably buy this baby squeeze toy as well to your kid, right? So you would like to add something that is related. In order to do that, let's go back here to the app. You just add that in here and you can see that it's added, and then continue with selected products. Now we've added it, we have named it with a title, description, and we added in the product. Now scrolling down, we can add in some more features. And this is if you would like to have a date range for this. Maybe you would like to test it for 7 days or so. You can set the date range here if you want to. And you can also set a specific cart value. So if you click on set cart price here, this offer will only pop up if, let's say that they have went through the purchase process or adding to cart and they added products for around $50. Then you can put a minimum here and a maximum here. This will be a bit tricky. I wouldn't go for this, but you could do that. So the offer only triggers, the pop-up only triggers once they've added product for at least $50 up till $100. I wouldn't do this, but you could try this out as well. This is why I like this application so much, because you can do so many things and try them out, and you will get them directly in the dashboard, the results of every product, which is awesome. So that is what you can do. Additional options once more here. You can make the product image or product names a link to the product page. Now, if you would like your customer, if they're clicking that offer, that second offer, they're clicking yes, then that would be a link to the product so they can just read through the description and the bullet points and so on from the product. If you'd like that, I wouldn't do that, because then the customer experience in our case, or our opinion, is getting worse, because they're getting sent to more tabs, to more pages and so on. So I wouldn't suggest you to do that. But if you check this box and they click the link on the product, they will be sent to the product page of that new product. Now we won't do that. And the second is hide products that are out of stock. If you check this box, you can simply just, as I said, hide products that are out of stock. Otherwise, you would have to go with another supplier to find that product, etc. if you're out of stock. So you can check this box if you want to or not. We're gonna do that actually. And then the last one, automatically remove items from the cart if the trigger or conditions are unmet. So let's say that they're adding in that panda plushie, okay? So they're adding it to the cart and they will see this offer instead. And maybe you have a discount for this or not, or discounted this product, let's say for $10 or something like that, instead of $12.99. Now, if they were to remove the other product from the cart, the panda plushie, and they only keep this one, if you check this box, they will automatically remove this offer. Okay, do you understand? So if you're having the panda plushie, they add the panda plushie to the cart. They're having the panda plushie in the cart, and then they add in this one also, the second product. But the first product, they remove the first product, then this will also go away, the offer for this one, if you check this box. Now you can choose this yourself, but always make sure that you will make a profit of your sale. Always make a profit. So don't give away stuff for free, okay? And then you can click on save offer. Now we created our first cross-sell here. Now if you scroll down, you can see that everything, all the offers will add up here. And you can see that you can also sort it by the name here. For example, cute panda plushie. Now, if you were to do more cross-sell, like if you're going for the 7-day period, or if you would add in some additional value, let's say that $50 to $100, it will only trigger this offer, etc. You can add in just in the name here, you can just edit everything here. You can edit the name, for example, and say cute panda plushie 7 days, or cute panda plushie $50 to $100, just to understand what is working the best for you. Now let's go to the offer itself and see if it really works. Now go to this page here, and once we're in the cute panda plushie, let's click that. What happens when somebody's adding this to the cart is this pops up. So you can see exclusive offer today. Why buy one toy when 2 toys are more fun? And you can see that they can add this to the cart as well. And when they're doing it, you're having 2 products into the cart, and you have added more to your cart value. This is a really effective app, and it's so easy to use, and you will see the results within your dashboard when you make more sales. This is an awesome thing when you would like to upsell somebody on things. Now go ahead and install this app. It's called Bold Product App. Go to your app store, install it, and just create your first cross-sell. Awesome, guys. See you in the next lecture. In this video, I'll show you how to use the Bold app in order to create an upsell, meaning that we're gonna replace the original offer. If they're adding something to cart, we're gonna upsell them on a more expensive offer to make more money. Awesome, guys. Okay, let's dive into it. Once you're logged into your backend of your store, let's go to apps. So we're gonna go into the app itself. Just click on the product upsell app here that we already installed in the earlier video. And scrolling down, we can already see the offer is pending here. It has no views for now, but we just created it. If we go here to offers, click the scroll down, create one more offer. Then what we will do now is, let's go to the store and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Let's go into toys here, and let's go into this. Now, children's panda socks, 2 pair. We're gonna up them on, if we go back, this offer, 4 pair, okay? So this is the original one. This one is what we're gonna use. So go back to this store, and in here, we will add in the children's panda socks 2 pair, okay? And this is just for us to keep check at what offers that we're having, so we can check everything in the dashboard and sort it as we want to. Scrolling down, now the trigger will be these 2 pair of panda socks. Now we're gonna click on add to cart once again. So when they're adding these pair of socks to cart, we're gonna trigger the offer of the 4 pair of socks, which is an upsell. So we're gonna make more money. Awesome. Click on add to cart and then click the box upsell. The last video we did cross-sell, now we're gonna do upsell. Now we're gonna add in the product, so click on select products. Once again, if you're having a lot of products, you can just do a search here by category and everything, and just click on search and you will get everything up here. Now let's find that. So this is a product that we're gonna trigger. So click that add and it will be added here. Continue with selected products, click that. Now up here next, we're gonna put in the upsell offer, the 4 pair of socks. So click on select an offer. Now, when you're doing upselling, you would like it to be the same kind of product, just a bigger amount with a bigger number of dollars so that you can make more money. Now in here, we're gonna put the title here. We can put in one last offer in here. Great. So here you would like to add some scarcity, so they're just like, okay, I don't want to miss out on this. I really have to buy this now. This is a great offer, okay? And then you can type in something here also, like a text, like a description. Why buy 2 pairs when 4 pairs is better. That could be something that you can add in there. So just make them a question or something like that. You will figure it out. And then select product. You would like to select that additional product that you would like to upsell them on. Now that is the 4 pair of socks here. So we're gonna add that in here. Click on add and then continue with selected products. Now next off, you can only display the additional cost of the replacement product. So now the first product in this case cost $14.99. The second product cost $19.99, which is a difference of $5. If you click this box, pop, then you will only display the additional cost of the replacement product, which is $5. Otherwise, it will only replace it with the $19.99. Okay, so you understand the difference here? And this is also something that you can really try out what is working best for you. You can go with a 7-day period, or you can go with a 30-day period, or you can just try it out for a couple of days or something like that. We're not gonna check that for now. Now match quantities of upsold products. So if they put in 2 pairs of socks 2 times, then they will also match the quantities, meaning that 2 offers from the same product will be added in if you check this box. Now we're not gonna do that. And here, once again, you can add in the date range. Just set the date for anything that you want to try this out with. We're not gonna do that because you can go in here and just end an offer at any time by clicking on edit under dashboard. And also the cart value, as we went through in the earlier video. If you would like to set it between, let's say, if they are putting things to their cart as a value from like $50 or something like that, you can put a minimum in order to trigger that offer, and you can put a maximum in order to not trigger that after $100, for example. You can do that. Then additional offers like make the product image or product names a link to the product page. Now, if they're clicking on the product offer, the pop-up, then they will be sent to the product page so they can read more about the product with the description. They can maybe check some more images. They can read the bullet points, etc. Now, next thing is to hide products that are out of stock. So if you click this box and your product is out of stock, they will automatically not trigger that product, which could be good. Now, next up, this box, this doesn't matter if you click it or not, because you cannot remove the first item because you will replace it with the second item. So this doesn't apply to this offer. So this is nothing to care about for now. And we can click on save offer, and then scrolling down, you can see that right now we're having 1 cross sell, which was the cute panda, and we're having 1 upsell offer here, which was the children's panda socks 2 pair. Now, if we go back to this site here and we add this to the cart, then we can see that we'll get 1 last offer up here. Why buy 2 pairs when a 4 pair is better? Then we get the offer up here. 1 last offer. Awesome, right? So instead of this for $14.99, which is 2 pairs, we'll get the offer of 4 pairs instead of $19.99. And we already put in that the original price was $24.99. So if they click on replace item here, then this will be added to cart instead, and you will make more money. And always make sure that you're making money from these offers when you're creating them, okay? So this is basically how you create an upsell in this app. This app is really, really helpful doing so. So in order to do that, go here, back to the app, create offer, and then walk through the process. So Have fun with this, create more offers, and see if this app will help you over time. Now it's your turn. Create your upsell. Good luck. In this video, I'll show you how to create an upsell for somebody that's already clicked on the checkout box. Now, when they clicked on the checkout box, they are already decided on buying one product. Now we're going to add in another product in order to add more value to our cart or to their cart. So we're getting more money into our pocket. Now, in order to do that, we're going to go over to apps. So log into the back end of your store, click there on apps and click on product upsell app. Now in here, if you scroll down, we can already see that we're having two offers here. We're having both the cross-selling offer and the upselling offer when they've added something to cart. And now we're going to create an offer when they have clicked on the checkout page, which is awesome. Now, in order to create that, click on the scroll down here under offer and click on create offer. Now, what we're going to go for this example is this Galaxy Baby Squeeze toy. So we're going to mention that here to give it a name. So Galaxy, awesome. So this is our trigger offer. Scroll down, set the trigger. Then before checkout, we're going to click this box here. Okay. And then we're going to select that product. Click here. You can sort it here if you're having multiple of products, and you can go for a search here. Otherwise, if you don't have multiple products in your store, you can just click on the add button here and it will be added, and then continue with selected products. Now here you can put in the quantity if you would like to have more of this or not. We're going to go with 1. Then the upsell offer is the additional product that we're going to pop up once they clicked on the checkout box. Now we're going to set an offer. Click here. And for this upsell offer, let me go back here, go into toys. We're going to add in this cute panda plushie. Okay. So if we click back to this page here, we're going to name it as a title. And for this, we can have another title with scarcity in it, so they know that this offer won't last forever. One-time offer. That is another great thing that you can do. Put in there a scarcity, so they say, hey, oh my God, I really want this. So here you can put in the description, do you love pandas? 2 is more fun, for example, and then select that additional product. Now we're gonna use this cute panda plushie, so we're gonna click on add, and you can see that it's added here, and then continue with selected products. Now here on offer options, allow customers to select more than one product in this offer. This is also something that you could do, which is really handy, but it can be a little bit too much decisions for them as well. So here you really have to weight the different options against each other. But if you click this, they can add in more products. We don't do this for this demonstration. Now we can also allow customers to set product quantities in their offer. So if you would like them to be able to maybe buy 5 panda plushies, then you can put an counter that they can just click for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if they would like that. So you can also check this box. Let's do that. And then you can limit this quantity on only the offered product, the first product, if you would like that. Scrolling down, you can also use the conditions here as the date range. So if you would like to set a date for just this particular offer, you can do that. And you can also add in cart value. So set the cart price. That would mean if they were to buy this product and they already have clicked the checkout box, and in their cart they're having a value for, let's say, $100 and between $200, then this will trigger. I don't do this. I will offer this at any time because we would like to make as much money as possible and not limit ourselves here. So you can clear that condition and then scroll down. Additional options. Make the product image or product names a link to the product page. Now, if they're clicking on the offer, they will be redirected to the page, the product page for that additional product, so they can read more of it, check the images, and build a relationship with the product if you'd like that. We don't do that because of the fact that we don't want to send them places. We just want to keep them there. We just want them to click on add product and make more money. Now, next offer is hide products that are out of stock. So if your product is out of stock, you can click this box and then it won't be added. But you have to have check all of your inventory, how it looks and so on, in order to have all the products in stock, so you always can sell products to your customers. Now, last one is automatically remove items from the cart if the trigger or conditions are unmet. Now, if you don't want them to get this second offer, if they're removing the first item, you can, by checking this box, you will be able to remove the other item as well. Now, if you have a large discount on the second offer and you don't want them to get only this discounted product so cheap, if they're removing this item, if you check this box, both disappears. So that is something that you can do. We're not going to do that for now. And always make sure that you're making money for all the offers that you're putting out there when it comes to upsell, downsell, cross-selling, and everything out there, okay? And then you can click here on the box under save offer. Click there. Now, scrolling down, we can see that we already created 3 different offers. Now we're having 2 cross sales and we're having 1 upsell. Awesome. Let's go to the store and add that in. Now go to toys, and this Galaxy Baby Squish toy was it that's gonna trigger this. We add it to the cart and we can see that nothing is happening. But once they are clicking here on the checkout box, this pops up. One-time offer. Do you love pandas? 2 is more fun. And you can see that this is a $12.99 product. If they add it to the cart here, they can also add in quantity. So let's say that they want, hey, we're gonna have a big party. Let's buy 15 pandas. And they can add it to the cart here. And you can see that we have now the cart of $207 instead of $12.99. So understand how much money you can make with this if you're offering the right product to the right audience. So you always want this to be a related product to the first product that they're adding to cart, or they are going on for the checkout. So this is a great application. Play around with it, have a lot of fun, and always, if we go back, go to the dashboard and you can see how it performs here. You can also see under reports how everything is performing. You can see here 1 added to cart and 1 viewed. So you can just go to the dashboard, go through reports on this app and just see how this app is performing for your store. Now it's your turn to go out there and create upselling offers and cross-selling offers and make more money with your Shopify dropshipping store. Good luck now.
In this video, you'll learn about the starting budget for Shopify dropshipping. So it's on everyone's mind, how much money do I need to spend in order to get my Shopify dropshipping business started? Well, in order to know what budget you need to get started, we need to know about the costs. So we're gonna break the cost down one by one and then look at what kind of budget you need. So let's get started here. Now, the first thing we want to look at is the cost to build your store, okay? And the first cost is going to be your monthly Shopify plan. And we're going to go with the cheaper option here because we don't need the additional features, and all of the additional features we can get fixed through apps, and we'll show you all of that in the course. And then we also have the domain name. And we choose to buy the domain name within Shopify. It's $4 extra. It makes the whole process so much easier. But if you want to, you can buy a domain name outside of Shopify, and it's probably gonna cost you around $10 instead of $14. So this gives us a total cost of $43 so far. And next up, we have optional features. And optional features are things such as a logo from Fiverr. Now, logos we will be able to create ourselves. And Jesper has a great lecture on how to create our own logos, how to get it, how to make it look nice, everything. So we don't actually need to do this. But if money isn't a problem, if you're willing to spend $10, which we recommend, leave this job to the professionals, then you can spend $10 and get a professionally done logo. But again, this is optional. You'll learn how to do it yourself in the course. And then we have $9.99 a month for an upsell app, which we're going to be showing you in the course. Now, upselling is when you have sold or are selling a product to a customer, and then once they have decided, I want to buy this one, you're going to be offering an additional product that's going to bring further value and make them want to buy that as well. It's a super quick and effective way to increase your sales and increase the value for your customers. Now, the app is $9.99 a month. We'll show you exactly how it works. But again, you don't need it. It's just going to help you with the sales, or rather from one sale, perhaps have 2 or 3 sales. So these two together, they're going to be about $20. Okay, so far we have the cost to build our store, $43. And then we have the optional features if we choose to opt for those. That's $63. And then we have the marketing, and this is where we're going to be spending the majority of our time and the majority of our money. At least 80% of all your focus should be put into marketing. And marketing is another word for product testing. Now, for marketing, we're going to be using Facebook ads, and we're going to be spending between $100 and $500 on Facebook ads. And the reason why we can choose to spend between $100 and $500 is because you can choose your own pace. There's no right or wrong here. Just know that if you go for the slower option, it might take you 2 weeks to test certain product instead of 3 days. So the results are the same. It's just that the cost dictates the pace of your product testing. And you're going to need to test a couple of products, see if it's profitable, and if it is, when you find it, which you will, then you'll be able to scale it further and further, and that's when you get your business going. So it might take 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20 products before you find a profitable one, or you might get lucky and find it on your first, but at any rate, you're going to find it, and when you find it and start scaling, that's when you start getting a profitable business. So marketing, majority of your time will be spent there, and that's $100 to $500. And then we have the cost to buy products. And when it comes to dropshipping, we already know that we don't need to be taking money out of our own pocket to buy the product, right? So when a person buys something from your store, then you will automatically be making that order from the shop in China. So it goes from the customer to your pocket to then placing the order in China. That means that you never have to take money out of your own pocket, which is amazing. That is one of the biggest benefits of dropshipping. However, if you're using, for example, Stripe or PayPal, it may take 2 to 7 days before the money is actually gone into your account. So what I recommend is that you leave about $200 on your account just as a capital, so that if the money doesn't have time to go in, your product ordering, the automated process, doesn't have to be delayed. Because if customer has to wait an additional 2 to 7 days, it's just gonna make for unhappier customers. So I recommend leave $200 in your account just to make sure that there's no delay. Again, they're not for spending, you're not losing this money, it's just to make up for the delayed time. Okay, so that is $200. Now, if we summarize all of this, we get a starting budget somewhere between $363 and $763. And the difference is between how much you're willing to be spending on your marketing. So if you have a bigger budget, then put that money into your marketing. You'll be product researching faster, you'll be finding profitable products faster, and you can get your business going. And if you don't have that kind of money, then start at the lower end of the scale and start finding, even though it's in a slower pace, the profitable products. Once you find it, scale it, you have your business. And with the money you're earning from the profitable products, you start scaling higher and higher, more and more products, faster and faster. And hey, you'll be having an amazing business. So this is the starting budget that's needed for Shopify dropshipping. Now have a look at how much you're willing to spend here and then actually create a budget for it. Put money away each month that you're willing to be putting into your business. Because remember, this is your business now. So treat it like that and it will serve you well. Okay, so let's dive deeper into Shopify and move on to the next lecture. See you there, guys.
In this video, we will be talking about taxes. Yay! So, we will be covering income taxes and sales taxes. We will talk about what it is and how you have to pay them. So, before we go ahead, I just want to say that don't take legal advice from me. I'm not a CPA, I'm not a tax lawyer, I'm not an accountant. So, you have to contact them if your situation doesn't apply to what I'm going to talk to you about now, or if you're insecure at any time. So before we go ahead, I just want to make sure that you understand that this video is only targeted if you are dropshipping items from China, such as the supplier from AliExpress, and you're also targeting people within the US. Now, what is income taxes and how do we pay them? Well, income taxes is something that you pay only on your profits. Let's say that you have made a sale. Score, $20 came into your bank account. Perfect. Well, this is not purely profits often because you have to pay for the products. So let's say that you paid $5 for that product and you also advertised through Facebook advertising and that costed you $5. Then $10 disappears, choof, and you only have $10 left that you can put inside of your pocket that is purely your profits from that product. Now you only have to pay income tax system around income taxes. And also, where do you pay your income taxes to? Well, you pay your income taxes to your government, to the country that you are residing in, to the country that you're living in. You're paying taxes to that country and that government. So I don't know your taxes. You have to go and figure it out yourself, depending on if you're having a company or if you're paying only personal taxes. If you're living in the US, you might have to pay both to the government and also to the state that you're living in. So you have to figure out that. But I just want to make a heads up what income taxes is. Now let's move on to the more technical stuff like sales taxes. Now, sales taxes is a tax on goods and services, and because we're dropshipping items, we are dropshipping goods. So we're having sales taxes on these products. But you only have to pay sales taxes if you are physical presence in USA, because physical presence decides sales tax. Okay? To make this clear. So let's say that you're living in Washington, in the US, in Washington. Then, if you're having a customer that is buying your product that you're going to ship from AliExpress, they're buying products from your store, and they're also residing and living in Washington, you have to pay sales tax on that product. Okay? But if you're living in Washington and you're selling a product to a customer based in, let's say, Arizona, you don't have to pay sales tax on that product. And also, if you're living outside of the US, such as Europe and so on, you do not have to pay sales taxes. But to just make clear, you may have to check this if you're not secure if you have to pay sales taxes or not. You can just make a phone call to an accountant and ask them, tell your situation, I'm dropshipping in items within the US. Do I have to pay sales tax or not? I know by fact that if you're dropshipping, let's say from the UK, you're having a UK based audience and you're living in the UK, you have to pay something called VAT, which is valued added taxes. I'm not going to go into that, but if you're dropshipping to another country, then make sure that you are looking up how the rules are regarding those kind of things. So if you're not having a physical presence, you do not have to pay sales tax, but you do have to pay sales tax to the state that you're living in. And there are some different rules there as well, because there's a lot of states in the US and different rates. So we're gonna go to Shopify because they have made it so simple for us to set this up. Let's go to Shopify. So now we're in Shopify. Once you've logged in, you can go to settings, click on settings, and go to taxes. If you click on taxes, here you can manage your taxes. So scrolling down, if you click here, United States, if we click in there, you can see that here they will calculate taxes automatically, which is really, really good. So we know exactly how much we have to pay. So add a physical presence. Here, if you're living in the US, if you're not living in the US, you can stop watching this video right now. But if you're living in the US, you put in the state here. So let's say that you're living in Washington, just for this example. Then you put in Washington there and your zip code here. So something like that, and then you add the state. And then you can see the percentage of the state tax here, 6.5%. Now, if you were to live in another state, for example, Arizona, put in the zip code here as well. It was 8501, and then click on add state. You may see another state tax here. As for this example, 5.6%. Also, this applies if you're having like an office. Maybe you live in Washington, but you're having an office in Arizona. You have to pay sales taxes in both those states, okay? So take this up with an accountant or a tax professional, because this situation can vary. So look that up with a professional. Now, in order to add sales tax to your products, you go into products here, click on a product, scroll down, and just check this box. Charge taxes on this product. Then your customer will be paying these taxes. And you may or may not want to do that. That's totally up to you. Otherwise, you will be charged. So I hope this video really helped you. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, to clear everything out here, you need to pay income taxes, and you pay income taxes based on the profits you're making. And you're paying your income taxes to the government in the country that you're living in. Okay? So that is the only thing you really need to have in mind here. So the income taxes percentage can be different from whatever country or state you're living in. So you have to check that up with your government, and also depending on if you're having a company or your personal taxed or whatever situation you might be in. And then also the sales taxes, that are taxes on goods and services. And also what decides if you have to pay sales taxes are your physical presence, such as an office, your house, your apartment, or your warehouse or something. If it's in a state which within the same state as your customer are in, you have to pay sales taxes on that product. So I hope this video cleared it out. Once again, don't take legal advice from me, because I'm not an accountant, I'm not a CPA, and I'm not a tax lawyer. But I hope this video cleared out the kind of taxes we as dropshippers have to pay, such as income, and if you're living in US and you're targeting a US based audience, sales taxes. Let's see you in another video. In this video, we're gonna start building out our business. Well, we have done a lot of things up till now. We have chosen products, chosen pictures. We have created an entire web store outlook, as you can see. This looks incredibly beautiful. But one more thing to make it really, really good looking is to change the domain name. As you can see right now, oranges-store12.myshopify.com. This doesn't look professional to me. This isn't professional at all. So if you want to build a business and change your life, you really have to take this really, really serious. And I will show you how to buy a domain name within Shopify. And this just takes minutes to do. So what you would like to do is log into the backend of your Shopify store, click on online store, click on domains, and then this one underneath here is what we're having right now, that domain name here, and click on buy new. So we will buy a new domain name right now. So you might think like, hey, what is I'm gonna call my store? Well, I have no idea, because this is really up to you. It can be maybe your name at Super Sale, Hot Deals, products, whatever it might be. It can be really anything. Look at Shopify, for example. That is one domain name. Look at Google, that is one domain name, and so on. So you really have to make this specific and professional. And if you're totally lost, then you go to the web and just search for maybe some examples for names, and you get some inspirations from them, and you will twitch this around. I will show you what we will use. We're actually gonna go with RNJ's supersale.com and see if this is available. So RNJ's supersale.com. I have no idea actually if this is available. You see it's loading up here, and we're gonna figure out in just seconds. And it is available, as you can see, and we can click and buy it for only $14. But if we would, for example, if I take this away and just try to buy supersale.com, because we figured this is a perfect name for our store. Damn it. Look at this, supersale.com, unavailable. Oh man. So we cannot buy supersale.com. That's a shame. Here you have other extensions like supersale.community, and this is available for $31. But hey, you want to go with .com every time. This is really unprofessional to go with anything like this. It works, but I wouldn't do that. So as you can see, there's more extensions here. So you may also, like we, have to twist around your name and make sure before you click on buy and put in all the details that you're happy with the name. RNJ's supersale.com, $14 a year, and we will click on buy. As you can see, we will be billed $14 for this, and you can click in here to auto renew this domain every year. And that is what you can do, or you can undo this. And you might, I think you will get an email from Shopify if you would like to renew it or not, but have this auto renewed, because remember, you're gonna build a business, a real business, so take this serious. Scrolling down, only click on buy domain once you have read agreements and everything, if you're into that. Otherwise it's 14 bucks, hey, so let's buy this one. Okay, now it's done. The only thing you really need to do is go to your email and verify your email address. That is how simple it is. So let's do that. gmail.com for us. And this is something you have to do within 15 days. As you can see, you're registered your domain name, and the verification might take a couple of minutes up till 30 minutes to receive within your email. This is just you successfully registered your domain name, and after a minute it will come and you have to verify, and then you will verify. Okay, that is how simple you do. So you click a link and you will verify that you are you and you own this account, etc. So that was it. After you verified your email address, then you're good to go. It will take up to, what did it say, 48 hours or something like that? Yeah, up to 48 hours. And it will work on all devices and web browsers. So it will work on cell phones, it will work on computers, in Google Chrome, on the regular internet, etc. within 48 hours. In my experience, that is much faster than that. So that was it. I mean, congratulations on a new domain name, and see you in the next lecture when Robin is going to go through to create an email provider so it's really, really professional. Let's build this business up. Okay, see you.
In this video, you'll learn how to create a professional email. Now, I can't emphasize enough just how important it is to have a professional email with you. So whenever people are emailing you, and they will, we have done our contact page and given them our email and everything, you want to reply with your domain name in that email. And that's exactly what we're gonna fix here. But before we start, I just want to show you how to use your newly bought domain name if you've been following along with Jesper in the previous video. So what we want to do is click on Online Store here and then go to Domains. And then we're going to click on Change Primary Domain. And then we're just going to use rnjsupersale.com. So here you can see the standard domain that always included with the subdomain here. And now this is the one that we bought, rnjsupersale.com. Now you can choose to use www or the regular. Now we're going to use the regular and click on Save. And there it's done. Now this is the new domain name. Congratulations, you bought it. If you want to use the www, you can change it to that one as well. Generally, this doesn't matter. So now let's talk more about email. So if you click into Manage here to the very right, you'll get into the management of that email itself. And as you can see, there are some email addresses provided already. So you have gotten an email hosting service. So right now we own info@rnjsupersale.com and we own sales@rnjsupersale.com. Now the problem with this is these email addresses, they're only used so people can email us. So if someone writes like Carl Carlson, if he writes to info@rnjsupersale.com, then that message will be forwarded to our ordinary mail, which is dietpolicerna@gmail.com. And this is all fine. The problem is when we're going to reply back to them, we can't reply through this email address. Then we're going to be replying through this one. And that's not only inappropriate, it's also very unprofessional because it's going to confuse people. So you always want to reply with an email that has your domain name. And that's what we're going to fix right now. So what we're going to do is that we're going to open up a new tab and we're going to go to a website called soho.com. And this will be added in the resources. Now in here, we're going to go ahead and click on Sign Up Now. And then we're going to keep it on Business Email and click on Sign Up Now. Because guys, we have a business now. And then if we scroll down, we can see that they have the Standard, the Pro, the Enterprise. We don't need to bother about any of that. The only thing we're after is to get an email. So if we scroll all the way down, hidden in the bottom is the free plan. Of course, they want to kind of hide this. It doesn't make any money for them. Now, this is available because Jesper has already gone through buying a domain name. So we don't have to buy a domain name. We're only going to be using the email service, and that's for free. So let's click on Get Started. And then we're just going to write in our domain. Remember, now it's rnjsupersale.com. Click on Add. And then I'm just going to be writing in my name, my phone number. Sorry, I'll be blurring this, guys. And then here at the administrator account, this is what we want our actual email to be. Okay? So we could, for example, write, now we're already using info, but we could write contact here. So it would be contact@rnjsupersale.com. We could also, for example, be using robin@rnjsupersale.com or jesper@rnjsupersale.com. But contact is a bit more professional, so we're going to be using that. Then I'm just going to be setting a password. And we live in Sweden. And I don't enjoy receiving marketing from Soho, so I'm gonna click that away and agree to their terms of service and privacy policy. If you wanna read them through, just click on these ones. And then click on sign up. So I'm just going to verify this through my phone. So they sent me a text message, that's the code, and I'm just gonna click on verify my mobile. Now, if you would like to use a two-factor authenticator, for example, you would use an app on your phone to log in and not just a password, you can do that. We're just gonna click on remind me later. We're not going to go through any of that right now. And now we need to verify our website, and that's super easy to do. All we're going to do is go back to the back end of our Shopify store. We're going to click on online store here, go back down to domains, and then our rnjsupersale.com, your primary domain, we're just gonna click on manage. And then down here, we can see that it says, if you use a third-party hosting service like G Suite or Soho, you can receive and send emails from your hosting account. So we're gonna click here, use third-party hosting service. And then we're going to choose Soho Mail. And all we need to do right now is go back and copy this name, mark it, copy it, and then paste it in here. And then we're just going to click on save. Perfect. And we're also going to go down and click here where it says add subdomain. And in here, we're just going to paste this in and click on add subdomain. There we go. And then have a look if it's verified. So let's go ahead and click on proceed to CNAME verification. Great, the CNAME records of the domain rnjsupersale.com are perfect. Woohoo! Verify now. There we go. Awesome, isn't it? So we have verified our domain. By default, the user who signs up first and sets the domain name becomes the super administrator. So basically the super admin can do everything. I mean, that's the super admin, the top of the line, the Mr. or Mrs. Boss. So you want this to be the primary mail, right? So we're going to be using contact at rnjsupersale.com. And this is primarily if you're going to be having several more accounts. So let's click on create account. And then in the next step, if we want to add more users, we can just go ahead and do that, proceed to add users, but we're not going to do that. We're just interested in getting one proper professional email. So let's click on skip. And groups, same thing. If you're having a lot of employees, having groups like HR groups, like administrative groups, ads groups, whatever, perfect. But you know, us dropshippers, we're just going to skip this. We're loners, or we're probably a very small scale of people. Let's press on skip. And these are simply your settings. If you're using groups or similar, we're going to just go ahead and click on next. Go ahead, click next once again. We're just interested in our email. Skip this one. And we don't want any more of their apps, so skip this one as well. As you can see, the entire process is actually very simple. No need to make this advanced. Great, so the setup is complete. Perfect, so let's go ahead and go to the Soho workplace. So here we are, guys. So now we have created our Soho account. We can be using this to send and receive emails. It's just perfect, much more professional. You'll be having your mail right here. And you'll be logging into it simply by going to soho.com, bookmark it, and treat it as your new baby. It's so close with your business. So awesome, done and done. Now, in the next video, we're going to be updating our about page and connecting this email. So follow along and I'll see you in the next lecture, guys. Bye.
In this video, we're gonna finish off everything with our email address that we created on Soho in the previous videos and make sure that everything works as it should. We're gonna send and test email and see that it arrives in our Soho email provider. So in order to do that, first off, I would like you to click on settings here, log into the back end of your store, and then click on general. Once you've done that, This part is where we're gonna change the email to the new email that we created on Soho. So as you can see here, your customers will see this address if you email them. So we have to put in the new email address here. So let me do that. Contact at rnjs supersale.com. So this field, you just put in the new email address that you created with Soho, and it's automatically saved. And then what we are going to do here next is go to the Contacts Us page, and let's see how it looks. So it looks like this right now. If you have done this in previous videos where we were giving you a template to really customize and to fix your Contact Us page, it should look something like that. Firstly, you have a picture in the top, and then you describe your business, and then you finish off with your email here. And as you can see, this email is not as we want it to be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this one, and I'm gonna move down and click on Online Store and click on Pages, and then click on the Contact Us page, scrolling down to this email here, delete it, and then paste that in as well, and then click on Save. Nice. That is how simple it is. But now we would like to troubleshoot everything and see that everything is working. So we're gonna go back to the Contact Us page here on our site, and we're gonna write an email to us. Let's say that the name is Carlson, and it could be, his email could be carl.carlson@live.com, for example. And maybe he typed in his phone number and then a message. Hi guys, great product. And then click on Send. Now we are sending and testing email here. To continue, you're not a robot. Okay, submit. That's great captcha there. Okay, so now we send the email. Let's go to our Soho account and click on Access Soho email and see if the email itself arrived into our account. And yay, it did. Look at this. You received a new message from your online store contact form, Carl Carlson. So Carl Carlson at live.com and his phone number, and then also, hi guys, great product. Perfect. Now we know that everything works on our site. And this is a really important step to take, because it's really important for your customers to come in contact with you whenever something might be wrong, or maybe they would like to put a review on your page and they don't know how to do that. So this is really, really important to do. First off, go into the settings here, go into the general and change this field to the email that you would like to your customers to see whenever you are emailing them. Okay, this email over here, this is the email that Shopify is using once they are contacting you. So if you only would like to have your business email, to use that only, then put that in this field as well. And then the next step is to go into the online store, go to the pages, click on Contact Us, and just add it here as well, the new email address that you created within Soho. And then drive and go to the Contact Us page and just kick off with a testing email, go into your Soho account and see that everything is working and you're ready to go. Okay, good luck now.
In this video, you'll learn how to write your title and meta description. So what that is basically what your site is going to look like on the search engines. Let me show you what I mean. So if we go to Google, and if I would search for eBay, then as you can see, eBay has a title, which is right here, and it has a meta description, which is right here. Now you want these two to look as good as possible to drive as much traffic as possible. Most of your traffic is going to be through ads, which we're going to go through in a bit, but this is free traffic. So you really want to nail this part, and I'll show you exactly how. So let's start off at the back end of your Shopify store, and then let's click on Online Store. Then go down to Preferences. So then it's right here. So we have the homepage title, and then we have the meta description. So the first one is the homepage title, which is the top one, the clickable link. So what eBay has done, they have written their company name, and then they have written exactly what it is that they're selling, or their most popular items. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to write our company name as well, RNJ's Super Sale. And then we want to make a dash, and then we're just going to write something catchy that makes people want to click, such as daily deals on worldwide products. Now I think that sounds pretty catchy, don't you? So that's exactly how we're gonna do it. And then we go down to homepage and meta description, which is this part. So what this is all about, just like the title, is that you want to make people's incentive to click as high as possible. Make them really want to go there, such as R&J Super Sale gives you vintage items to new discounted prices every day. Enjoy daily sales on unique products from all over the world. Get your super deal today. So what we have done here is that we have described exactly what we do. We sell vintage items to discounted prices. If that is not alluring, I don't know what is. Enjoy daily sales on unique products from all over the world. And you already know how to make things on sale. So use this, increase people's incentive to not only click on your site, but also buy products. Get your super deal today, which is a call to action. Make people finally, okay, I really want to go in here and check this out. Make them click. So that is how you do it. Later on, when we talk about getting a niched store, then it becomes important to add keywords. And basically what that means is, if you have a store that primarily sells, for example, cars, then you want to make sure that the word car is in here and car is in here. So when people search on Google for car, you're much more likely to rank. But if you've been following in this course, you should be a general store right now, so don't worry about that yet. This is how you do it. Then you click on save and you're all done. All done. So now it's your turn to write your title and meta description. Start off at the back end of your store. Then go ahead and click on Online Store. Click on Preferences and write it in here. And if you need any form of inspiration on how to write, just Google any of your favorite stores in here and check them out. Okay, good luck guys. See you in the next lecture. In this video, you'll learn about the different models of shipping. You'll also learn how to add shipping to your Shopify web store. So first, let's go through the different ways that you can actually ship your products on. Now, the first one is through free shipping on all orders. It's very simple. You just make sure that all of your orders, they're free, doesn't cost a thing. And this works out because if you remember, we're buying very cheap products, selling them for a much higher price. So even if there's a very high price on the shipping itself, because maybe they're buying for $300-400, you'll still be making such a profit margin that it will be paying for the shipping big time. So that is one common way of doing it. And then there is legit shipping cost, which is basically adding a tiny shipping rate, which will generally cover or even bring in a little bit more money on the shipping rate itself. Now, once again, this works out so well because if there are small orders, well, then you'll be earning a little bit extra. But if there are big orders, doesn't matter. You'll still be making such a big profit. And then we have free product, just pay for shipping. Now, you've probably seen this before, And previously we have checked this system out on Facebook. This is actually a part of the ISP process on how you find products that are currently hot or currently selling. Now the problem with this is that in order to actually make a profit, you're going to have to make the shipping cost up towards $20. And I mean, that's ridiculous. $20 you'll pay for something big, like a sofa or something, you know. You wouldn't pay $20 in shipping for a tiny ring. So this is not a good way to establish trust with your customers. It's not, in my opinion, a long-term idea to run your business on. I just generally don't recommend this, but you need to know there are people who are doing this, there are people who are doing this very successfully. And then we have free shipping on orders over and then a price. So for example, we could add a tiny shipping cost, let's say $2.99. And then we could make it so that it will always be free shipping on orders over, let's say, $50. So if they have an order on, say, $45, then maybe they'll feel like, well, it's probably worthwhile for me to add a product just to go over that line and get the free shipping, even if the shipping cost itself is very tiny. So psychologically, this is an effective selling method. And we're going to go through all of these. So let's go ahead and start adding our shipping rates to our Shopify. Let's start at the back end of our Shopify web store here. And then we're going to go down to settings and then click on shipping. And here we are. So looking through this, we first have the shipping zones themselves. And the first one that's automatically added is the domestic. We're going to be changing that up in a bit. But as you can see, right now what we have is the shipping that is based on the weight. So we have one price for 0 to 5 kilos, one price for 5 to 20 kilos. Now, the thing with that is that we don't have a storehouse. We'll be drop shipping. So weight is not an issue for us. So we won't be using these at all. Instead, what we're going to be using is a price-based shipping rate. So we don't have to bother about this one bit. The only thing we're going to do is add a certain amount of price for our shipping. So the first thing we want to do is change this one up. We don't want the shipping zones to primarily be Sweden. We want it to be the US. We're going to create ads and target the US audience. So let's click on edit. And then let's change this zone name to United States. And then countries here, let's remove Sweden and add. And again, write in there we go. United States, 62 of 62 states. Click on that one and click on add. There we go. And so once again, we don't have to bother about the weight-based rates. We can just leave those. We're not going to be using them. They're not a problem. We're going to be focusing on the price-based rates. So let's go ahead and click on add rate. Now, if you remember, the first thing that you could do is add free shipping. Now, to add free shipping, the only thing you would do is that you would name this free shipping and then click on free shipping rate, right? And then click on done. And there we have it. Now we have a free shipping rate. The range is 0 and up, so it's going to be on all orders. Let's go ahead and click on edit and we'll look at the other alternatives. What we could also do is add a legitimate shipping rate. Now this is the more professional shipping rate, which most companies are going to add a tiny bit of shipping. Makes you look better and you're going to be making a bigger profit generally. So let's call this standard. So it's standard shipping. And then let's make the order price from 0 to no limit. And let's make the shipping, let's remove the free shipping rate. And let's make the shipping for $2.99. You can have $3.99 as well. Doesn't really matter. And then click on done. And there we go. So now the standard shipping rate is $2.99. What we could do as well is click on edit and make this more specific. Make an order for $2.99 between $0 and $20, and a higher shipping rate for $20, $30, $40 and up. But no need to complicate this. Strongly recommend that you keep this simple, because the profit itself is going to be in the margins of your product. And then finally, we have free shipping on orders over and then a certain price. Now to be adding that, all you would have to do is keep your standard shipping right here and then click on add rate. And let's call this free. And then put the range from, let's say, $30 and up. So if I write nothing here, it's going to be minimum $30 and up. And then I'm going to click in free shipping rate and then done. Okay, now we've added our shipping rates. That's awesome. So the standard shipping rate right now is $2.99. Unless you make an order for $30 and up, then it's going to be free. Now, what we also want to do with this, now when we have added our shipping rate, is that we want to, well, first of all, save it, but also advertise for this. So let's go ahead and click on apps in here. And then click on visit Shopify App Store. And then we're going to simply search for free shipping. And then we're going to click on free shipping bar by Hextom. As you can see, it has a lot of reviews, which means it's being used well, very good rating. It doesn't cost a thing. Let's click on get. Once again, like before, read through if you wish, and then we're going to install the app. And then we're just going to click on create new bar down here. And this is where we create it. First, we want to decide on the look of it, and you're going to have to use your own imagination, your own sense of design for this. Me personally, I prefer something that kind of melts in. So let's use shades of gray here. Scroll down, and then we're just going to set the goal itself. So the free shipping goal is like we put it previously at $30. And it's going to say free shipping for orders over $30. Perfect. And then there's always also going to be a progress message that says only, and then shows the amount of dollars away from free shipping. Very easy, not much you need to set up here. You can leave the rest to itself and then click on save. And then you're done. Perfect. No need to create a review. So let's go ahead and check out our website right now and see what it looks like. So go down, click on the eye, and there we go. Free shipping for orders over $30. So this is how you add different shipping rates, the different models, and how to use all of them. I recommend that you use the legitimate and or use this free shipping on orders over and then a certain price. So now it's your turn to do this. Go ahead and go to the back end of your store, click on settings, go to shipping, scroll down, and then start editing these. So go ahead and do this. Focus on the United States because that's where we'll be driving all of our customers. Leave the rest of the world for now. No need to think about anything else. Follow along this lecture and then I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye. In this video, you'll learn how to set up payment providers for your Shopify so that you can get paid. And we do want to get paid, right? So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Start at the back end of your Shopify and then go down to the bottom and click on settings. And then click on payment providers. And now this is where things get interesting. So there are three major payment providers. We have PayPal, we have Shopify, which directly transfers the money to you, and then we have Stripe. Now you can't have all of them. Which ones that are available to you depends on which country you reside in. So to make this whole thing easier, I have added a list for you guys in the resources where you can go ahead and see which payment providers are available to you depending on which country you live in. So just click on the link in the resources and then scroll down to your country. So we currently live in Sweden, so let's go ahead and check out what's available to us. So here we have Sweden, and let's click on this one and scroll down. And as you can see, we are allowed to have, we can have Amazon Pay, we can have BitPay. There's a lot of different ones. And thankfully we can have PayPal, which is important, but there is no Shopify direct payment. We can also have Stripe. So those are the two ones available to us, and those are the ones that we will be using. Now in here, PayPal is already set up for us. If you go and buy something on our store right now, you can see that we're currently using PayPal. It's been auto suggested to us and already implemented. You only do need one payment provider. So if you have one set in here, one recommended for you, whether that's Shopify, PayPal, or Stripe, then you're good to go. You're all set. But it is a good idea to add one more payment provider if that is possible for you. So what we would do is go down here to accept credit cards, click on select provider, and then go ahead and click on Stripe. Now the reason Stripe is such a good idea is for two reasons. Number one, if something would be happening to PayPal, their site is down or whatever, people can still pay with Stripe. And also Stripe is very popular in the US, so it's always a good idea to have people able to pay with the method that they prefer. That makes for happy and safe customers. So then what we want to do is scroll down and then click on activate. And now this is where it gets a bit more personal, because once you click on activate, you need to fill in all of the details of your own Stripe account. If you don't have a Stripe account, go to stripe.com, set one up, and go ahead and just activate it. If you're not up for that, you want to keep it simple, you just want to start earning your money and just go with it, then don't bother about any of this. Just make sure that where it says payment providers, up here in your accepted payment, you already have one. Then you're good to go. So that's all you need to do, guys. Go ahead and click on settings, go to payment providers, make sure that you have a good one, either PayPal, Stripe, or Shopify. And if you're able to, add a second provider. And then let's move on to the next lecture. So guys, before we go ahead, we just want to change one more setting, and that is make all of the payments that are being made to us automatic, so we don't have to go and change them or capture them manually ourselves. So just follow along here. Go ahead and start off at the back end of your Shopify store, click on settings, and then click on payment providers. And let's scroll all the way down to the bottom here and just click on automatically capture payment for orders and then save. And now we're all done. Let's move on to the next lecture and make our first test order. In this video, you'll learn how to optimize your email notification. So let's dive right into it. So let's go ahead and start at the back end of our store and then go down to settings. And then we click on notifications. So in here, we have all of the automated emails that are being sent out. So whenever anyone has an order, they'll get their confirmation with the text that's in here. If I click here, we're going to be seeing a bunch of different codes. Now the same with all of these. When there's a refund, when the shipping is fulfilled, shipping confirmation, all of this. And the best news is we don't have to do anything here. We don't have to touch anything basically. I mean, it's all said and done. It's all perfect. But there is one thing that we want to tweak in here to optimize your reviews. Remember, we spoke about that earlier, how to get your first review. So what we're going to do is go down to shipping here and then click on shipment delivered. So this is the email that they will get when their products have been delivered to them. Now, don't worry about all of this big scary code. We don't have to bother about it right now. If we click on preview, we can see what the email looks like. So it looks like this. R&J Super Sale, your order has been delivered. So here we can view your order, visit your store, and then the products. Let's say that these were the products that we bought. Perfect. Now what we want to do is in here, add a little piece of text that says, thank you for shopping with us. Please remember to leave us a review. Okay? And the way to do that is incredibly simple. Now notice this text here. If you have any questions, remember that text. All we're going to do is that we're going to click on the corner up here if you're using Chrome and go to find. If you're using anything else, you can use Control F. And then we're going to search for if you have any questions. And here we are. So now we know that here is that piece of text within that letter. No matter how scary the code looks, this is the place where we want to be. And we wanted to add our text on the top here. So all we're going to do is put our mouse here and then press on enter once. Okay? The next part, it couldn't be easier. In your resources, I have added a bit of code for you guys. So if you check out your resources, you'll have a code that looks like this. All you have to do is select that code and then right click, copy it, and in here, simply paste it. There we go. Now let's just scroll up and preview this one. So it looks like the same, and then we come down, it says, thank you for shopping with us. Please remember to leave us a review. It would mean a lot. Perfect. So that is all we had to do to optimize our email notification to increase the reviews we're getting on our products. Super simple, super easy. Now you can, of course, edit this text. All you would have to do is that within these, where I have written the text, within this box, you could say, you could write anything. You could, for example, write, please remember to leave a review, or anything. So within these two boxes, you could write any text you want, copy it, paste it in, click on save, and you're all done. It's that easy. So remember guys, it's actually super duper easy to do. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and go to the settings, go into notifications, scroll down to shipment delivered, press Ctrl F, search for if you have any, and then on top above here, simply add the code that is within the resource set that we have added. Change the text if you'd like, or just keep it. Copy it, paste it in, and you're done. Great! Let's move on to the next lecture and make our first test order. Exciting! See you there, guys. Congratulations, guys. If you've been following along this far in the course, then by now you should have a beautiful looking store. And in this lecture, we'll make sure that everything is functioning properly by making a test order. So let's go ahead and make sure that everything works, and then we can move on to start driving traffic and learning how to fulfill orders. So let's go to our actual site here, scroll down, and then just choose a product to make a test order on. Let's pick this one that Jesper made so beautifully. And then click on add to cart. And then we're just going to check out. And here we're going to write in some contact information. Since it's a test order, you can just make something up. And then just click on continue to shipping method. And as you can see here, we have two different shipping methods. We have the one that we created for $2.99, and we also have one for $10, which was based on the weights. This is really good because this makes you look more professional, having more shipping options, and also they feel like they're getting a really great deal on their shipping. So just leave everything as it is, choose your standard, which we set up, and then continue to payment method. And here we have PayPal. That is the one we chose. Maybe you have a different one, but we're using PayPal, and that's what we're going to be paying with. So just click on same billing address as shipping, and then click on complete order. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pay for this, and then I'll see you at the back end of our Shopify store. So here we are. Now we're just going to go ahead and click on orders. And then there it is, Carl Carlson. So we just made a test run previously, but we can see that this is the latest one. So all we're going to do is click on it and make sure that everything is looking good. And we can scroll down, we can see that it has been paid for. We can see it on the top as well. And everything is working out properly. Perfect. So now we know we have a Shopify that looks great. It has products and it is functional. So in the beginning, you may want to do this a couple of times. As you get bigger, more products, you won't be running tests anymore. But in the beginning, do a couple, maybe once a month, make sure everything is working fine. And then next up, when you're done with the test order, click on refund. No need to pay for your own stuff, right? And then we're just gonna click on refund shipping and add one of the products. Click on refund here. And now you have been refunded and it's all good. Now, if you haven't added any of your payment information yet, then if you have PayPal, it's going to come up and prompt you to add your payment information so that you can get paid. Same if you have Shopify or Stripe. So just go ahead and do that, fill out that information, and then you'll get right back and you're able to refund yourself. Perfect. Everything is working. So now this section is done and we're going to move on to learning how to drive traffic to our store. See you in the next lecture and the next section, guys.
Big congratulations to you. You have just launched your Shopify dropshipping business, and the only thing left really now is to go live so people can find our web store in order to make ads and to drive traffic to it, which we're gonna cover in the next videos. But right now, let's log into the back end of your web store and click on online store. Go down all the way to preferences and scroll down all the way and just uncheck this enable password box and click save. So once you have done that, let's see if your web store is live. So we're gonna go into another tab here and just type in your URL for your store and see if they ask for the password, and they didn't. So now we are live, or you are live if you're following along the steps that we are taking. In the next couple of videos, we will start driving traffic to your web store and start making some money. Okay? Follow along to the next video. See you there. So in this video, we're about to create a Facebook page, and a Facebook page is necessary to drive traffic to our web store because we are going to make the ads through that page. So I'm going to show you how to set up one. The only thing I really need you to do is to log into your Facebook account, to your regular personal Facebook account. If you don't have any, then just sign up here and create one. I'm going to log in. And once you're logged in, you would like to click on this scroll down here and then go to create page. And remember guys that we are building a business, a brand here. So we're gonna click on this to get started. And then you only have to put in the name of your company, or maybe rather to use the name of the website or the domain name that you have. So for us, that will be R&J's Super Sale. So this is the page name. And then you can go under category here and pick any category. I think they will have some e-commerce website, and then click on continue. Then once that's done, you can only click on skip here, skip the button, skip as well here. Yeah, skip it. So here we go. Now our Facebook page is live. The only thing I need you to do right now is to click on this profile picture and click on upload photo. We are going to upload the photo that we're using for our web shop. You know, remember the logo that we created? Just use that as your profile picture, because once you do that, you can also customize it here as you want to. Click on save. Because this is what's going to show up when you run ads. So your brand is going to appear as a profile picture within that ad. So people who see your product, they feel that this is a brand that I can really trust, and I can go on to their website and buy their stuff. So this is really how simple you do it. You can also as well add a cover photo here. It's not essential. We're not going to do that for this one. So now your Facebook page is up and running, and now we can start getting in more into the Facebook ads and drive traffic to our web store and convert people and make some real dollars. Hang on to the next video.
In this video, you'll learn how to create your ads account. And this is actually super simple to do. All we need to do is go to facebook.com, log into our own Facebook, and then go to the upper right corner and click on the arrow here. Then we're going to click on create ads. And then here we are, all done. So an ad account has already been set up for you automatically. It's that simple. And your ad account is displayed up here. Now, when it comes to this interface, everything here, we don't need to worry about that right now. We're going to set up the ads in a bit. What we're going to do is make sure that the foundation is set. So you got your ads account set up. Now, let's click on the upper left corner here, where it says Ads Manager, and then click on Settings. So the first thing we want to do is go down here where it says Currency. Now right now it's in Swedish krona because we're from Sweden. We're going to click on Change Currency here, and we're going to choose US dollars. There it is. And then click on Create New Account. So what's going to happen here is that you get a new ad account with the dollar instead of the Swedish krona. So you're going to deactivate the account you just created, click on deactivate ad account, and just go straight into the new account. The reason we're doing this is because when you're paying for your ads in dollars, and when you're selling your products for certain dollars, then you can always see how much you're paying for ads and how much you're having an income from your products. If they are in different currency, it just makes the conversion so much more complicated. So now your new ad account is ready. We're going to click on Not Now. All right. So the next thing we want to do is just go and access that new account. If we click up here and go down to the first one, then this is going to be our new account. You can see there's a different number. This one is now deactivated. So just click here, and then we can see the currency is on US dollars. Perfect. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and click on Payment Settings. And then we just want to add a payment method so that you can actually make your ads go live. Just click on Add Payment Method and add in all of your details in here so that when we create an ad, you can actually bring it out to people. If you haven't put any card in here, then you're able to create an ad, but it won't go live. So that's kind of takes the point away. And then finally, when you've done this, click on Set Account Spending Limit. This is a very good idea. So you don't want to make any mistake, you don't want to go overboard or anything. So what we're going to do is that we're going to set a spending limit for $100 and then click on set limit. So no matter which ad you're making or how many ads you're making, your entire account spending limit right now is $100. When you reach that, your ads won't be going live anymore, just as a safety precaution. So when you want to change that and push that further, then you just go back to settings up here, payment settings, and then change this limit and push it further forward. That's all you need to do, or just reset it. So that is how you create your ad account and set everything up so that you're ready. Now you got the foundation. Let's recap. So start off at your personal Facebook account, then go ahead and click on the arrow, go to create ads, and by now your ad account will already be created. Click up in the upper left corner, go to settings, and change the currency to US dollars. Once you've done that, got in a new account, access the new account here, go to payment settings, add your payment method, and then add your spending limit. And that is all. Super easy, guys. So let's move on to the next lecture. See you there. In this video, you'll learn how to install the Facebook Pixel. So what is it? Well, the Facebook Pixel is just a tiny piece of code that we're going to add on our Shopify website, and it's going to track everything that everyone does on our website, the actions people are taking, and even more, the Pixel is going to optimize all of our future ads based on their action. So this piece of code is going to do all of the heavy lifting for us, and all we need to do is install it on our Shopify, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So let's start off at our Facebook account. Then go to the upper right corner, click down the menu, and click on Manage Ads. And then go to the upper left corner here, click on Facebook Ads, and then go to Pixels. So your Pixel could basically be seen as your virtual assistant that doesn't even ask for a salary. It's perfect. So it's going to track everything. It tracks the website activities. So if someone is making a purchase on your Shopify from your ad, then the Pixel is going to see, oh, this kind of person enjoys shopping at your website. So then the future ads you make is going to target similar people based on their profile. It's a very advanced piece of code, but we don't have to really know anything about it. We just have to install it and let it do all the lifting. So very handy, improves our return on advertising. In other words, makes the ads more effective. We have to pay less for ads, we get a better income, and also reaches by itself new customers, similar customers to those who are buying. So let's go ahead and create the Pixel. So you just click on Create Pixel down here. And the name itself doesn't really matter. Now I'm just going to call it R&J's Super Sale. And then click on Create. This is just for ourselves. We're the only one who's going to see this name. Okay, so the Pixel is created. Now the next step is to install it. And Facebook has been very, very kind, as have Shopify. They have made this installing super easy. All we're going to do is click on Use an Integration or Tag Manager up here. And then we're going to click on Shopify down here. So as you can see, we're taken directly to a tiny tutorial. So the first part is we want to go to our Shopify and click on Online Store. Let's go ahead and do that. We're at Shopify here, back end of our store. Click on Online Store. Let's go to the next step and click Continue. Then we're going to select Preferences and copy this ID, paste it in there and click save. So do this together with me now. If you aren't following along, pause the video and just do this along with me. Take the code that you're having, select it, right click and copy it. Then let's go back to our store and we're going to go to preferences and we're just going to scroll down until it says Facebook Pixel here. So we're going to right click and paste it in. All right, and then click on save. Great, let's go back, scroll down and click on continue. Now we want to make sure that it's installed correctly. All we're going to do is click on continue here and just have a look and make sure that everything is working the way it is supposed to. So let's close this setup and then we're just going to wait for a bit. So this can take up towards 20 minutes or more. What's going to happen is that your pixel is going to be showing here, and if it's showing a green light, that means it was installed correctly. If it's showing a red light, then something went wrong. We need to go back to the instructions and redo this whole thing. So we're just going to update this, and if it's not showing up for you, then give it a couple of minutes, give it 10-15 minutes and see if it's appeared yet. So there we go, we just got a green light. As we can see here, we know that everything is working the way it's supposed to be. The pixel is sending information to Facebook and vice versa. So this took about 25 minutes. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower. Just know you'll have to wait a little bit. So now finally, we have this virtual assistant on our website. Absolutely awesome. What we can do is then click in here, which is the pixel itself, and in this dashboard you'll be able to see all of the activity that people are making on our Shopify. Isn't that amazing? So now it's your turn to go through this, watch the video from the beginning, set up your pixel, and then let's move on to start making some ads, guys. See you there. In this video you'll learn how to start making ads, drive traffic, and ultimately start making some money. Now this is a very exciting part, so let's get right into it. The first thing we want to do is go to our website. The reason for this is we want to find a product to start selling. So scrolling down, the first thing that we are gonna sell is this cute panda right here. So I'm just going to click on that one and leave this screen up here because we'll be using it in a bit. So if you're watching this lecture, just follow along with me. Find your own product and just mimic me. Now, let's go to our own personal Facebook. Go ahead and click on the arrow on the upper right corner and then click on Create Ads. Now, there are many different sorts of objectives you could be having for your ads. Now, whether that be awareness, whether that be driving traffic, engagement, we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. We only have one single objective, and that is to have people purchase our products. And to do that, we're going to go with conversion and also choose conversions here. Now that's the only campaign we'll be using, the only thing you need to really know about. So let's click there and scroll down. Now, when it comes to campaign name, the easiest thing to do is just name it from the product that you'll be selling. So we're going to call this Panda Product. And when it comes to split tests, no need to worry about that. We'll show you an effective version of split testing in an upcoming lecture. And with budget optimization, no need to worry. It will all be in the ad itself. We'll show you everything. And then click on continue. So guys, here we are. We're about to create our very first ad. Now I know it can be overwhelming. There are a lot of different options in here. No need to worry about any of this because we have already set up a template for you. So even if you don't understand one bit of any of these options, if you just follow the template, you'll get it on point and you'll start seeing results. This template is what we've been using ourselves and other people as well. It's time tested, it works. So this is not as complicated as it looks. Just relax, follow along, follow the template and you'll do great. So if you check out your resources, you'll find the template right there, looking like this. So we're going to go through this one step at a time. Let's start off with number 1, which is the ad set name. Now we're going to call this ad set 1 broad interest. Now the reason we're calling it this is because later on we'll be making more ad sets. No need to worry about that right now. This is the only thing you need to do. So let's go ahead and change this name, ad set 1 broad interest. And then scroll down and let's go back to the template. The next thing you want to do is go to website conversion. Now remember what we spoke about before. A conversion could mean anything. It could mean add to cart, it could mean lead generation, clicking on a certain link. The only thing we're interested in is having people buy our product. I mean, that's why we're making these ads. So what we're going to do is click here, and then we're going to scroll down and choose purchase. Now, these are red, as you can see, but whether they are red and green, it doesn't matter. It's only red because the pixel hasn't registered anyone purchasing from our website yet. That's the only reason these are showing as red. Now, the second someone is gonna buy from our website or click on initiate checkout, add payment info, or do any of these things, you'll see a green color here instead. So don't worry about the red color. Just go ahead and choose purchase here. So whenever anyone is purchasing, it will register on our pixel and we'll see it as that the Facebook ad has been successful. Then we'll also easily be able to see how much have we been spending on our ads, how much are we earning. So always purchase. Let's scroll down. Now we're going to be setting up our audience. So let's open up the template once again. The first thing we're going to do is choose the country United States. So just go ahead and remove whatever country might already be here, which is Sweden for us. And then write United States and choose that country. The reason we're choosing the US is because there's a lot of buyers from the US. So it's a very good country to target. There's a lot of consumers there. And then we want to scroll down, open up the template and check out the ages. We're going to choose 23 to 65. Now these are the ages that have been shown to be the most prominent buyers, the people who like to shop the most. So the template itself works regardless of what product that you're selling. We're just going to be changing one thing and we'll get to that in a bit. Now, if you're wondering, the custom audience here, just leave that blank. No need to worry about that. We're going to be setting up this information according to this template. So we're not going to be using any custom audience. Scroll down, just leave languages blank. If it's not in the template, it means you don't need to do anything with it. And then we have detailed targeting. Now, if we open up the template again, you can see that the detailed targeting says broad interest plus engaged shoppers. So broad interest means that we're going to be targeting people who are interested in pandas. Now, a broad interest always means, depending on what product you're using, an interest to the product itself. So we're having a plushie toy, a panda toy. So it might be a good idea to in here write panda and see what pops up. So we'll see giant panda, board panda, cooking panda, panda pop. There's a lot of different things, and you can on the side here see the size of them. If you're wondering what some of them are, it might be a good idea to simply Google them. But an idea is, for example, if you're into the movie Kung Fu Panda, chances are you might also be into pandas themselves. We're going to be a little bit more specific here, and we're going to go with giant panda here, which is a species of the panda. And as you can see, there's a lot of people who love them. So by choosing giant panda here, we're already now targeting people who are interested in pandas. Perfect, right? So if you're interested in pandas, chances are much, much higher that you'll be buying a panda plushie toy. Now, next up, there is something here that's called narrow audience. If I click on narrow audience, that allows me to add in another detail. So right now, when it comes to people's profiles, all of the people who have gone in and liked the page Giant Panda will be targeted with our ads. Now, if I would add another thing here, such as Kung Fu Panda. If I would add Kung Fu Panda, that would mean that they're going to target our ads to people who like either Giant Panda or Kung Fu Panda. If I instead narrow it down and I write Kung Fu Panda here, then that means that they'll only be targeting people with our ads who are liking Giant Panda and Kung Fu Panda. So if they're within the same square, it only needs to be one which is targeted. If they are in different squares, it needs to be both. So this is a way to narrow down your audience. I'm just gonna click the cancel here and remove that one. If we go back to the template, we can see here that the detail targeting says broad interest, and we have Giant Panda, check. And then we have engaged shoppers. So engaged shoppers is people who have shown a shopping behavior on Facebook recently. So we only want to target people who are interested in actually buying items, not just people who likes pandas. Just because you like pandas doesn't mean you're gonna buy something. So we're gonna click here, we have narrowed down the audience, and we're going to write engaged shoppers. There we go. If you need a description, you can read it on the screen here. People who have clicked on the call to action button shop now in the past week. So we're gonna click there. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and check the template once again. So now it says audience size 100,000 to 1 million. So if we look to the right corner here, we can see that our audience size right now is 66 million people. Now that is way too much. What we're going to do is narrow it down. And we're going to do that by clicking on narrow further here. This is the only place in the template where you'll be needing to go outside of the box. You need to get into the mind of the consumers. So, who are most likely to buy this panda plushie toy? Well, most likely people who likes pandas, who likes shopping, and when you think about it, this is a children's toy. So what we might want to do here is target parents. Now think about it, there's no point in targeting children. Children aren't on Facebook and buying, parents are. So what we're gonna do here is click there and write in parents. And we're going to focus on quite young kids. We're going to focus on those. Here we are, preschoolers, 3 to 5 years old. So have a look at the right corner here where it says 66 million people. Have a look there while I click on these 3 to 5 years olds. So now it just got lowered to 1,900,000 people. Definitely much better, right? But we want to make it even more narrow. So before we start getting even more detail with this, we want to scroll down slightly, click on this where it says expand interest, where it may increase conversion, and remove it. Because this gives Facebook free hands to expand the interest as they want, and we want to be super specific. So let's click this one away. And now we can see 92,000 people. So we want to increase the amount of people that are shown to our ads right now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go back where it says Giant Panda, click in here and we're going to write Kung Fu Panda. So now we have a slightly higher reach, and we're going to click on the button that says suggestions here. So this is a great one. I love pandas. I'm just gonna click there and add that one in. And then click on suggestions once again. And then we have one called pandas. I'm gonna add that one. And then Panda Shop. And we're gonna add Kung Fu Panda 2 and Kung Fu Panda 3. So now we have 100,000 people. Perfect. Now this is expanding our audience because they only need to get one of these right together with these filters. So if you like Panda Shop and you're an engaged shopper and you're a parent of a preschooler, then you'll be shown this ad. If you are liking I Love Pandas, are an engaged shopper, and are a parent with preschoolers 3 to 5 years old, you'll also be shown this ad. So this is how the detailed targeting works. This is the only part you'll need to really get into mentally. Think about what the consumer thinks, how they think, and what they're interested in, and then we just follow the template further. Scrolling down. We don't have to worry about any of this. It's not in the template. And then we come to placement. We're going to open up our template once again. We're going to check the placement and it says mobile Facebook feeds. So that means it's not going to be automatic. We're going to click on edit placements. We're going to click on device types and remove desktop. Now the reason for that is that mobiles are much more popular when it comes to buyers. They're also much more likely to be engaged in spontaneous shopping while they're on their cell phone. And we want to target these kind of more spontaneous people making spontaneous purchases, because that's what the product is. And then we scroll down and we only want to focus on the feed, because that's what's been shown to sell the most. So we're going to remove all of the other ones. There we go. And right now, the feed is the only one that is activated. As you can see, the potential reach just got down to 98,000 people. That is still okay. Just stay within 100,000 to 1 million generally. If it's 1,000 over or above, that's fine. And then we'll scroll down. We're not going to be touching any of this. It's not in the template. And budget and schedule. Pick up the template. Daily budget will be set to $5. This means you'll never be paying any more than $5 a day for this specific ad. No need to worry about any of the other ones. And then there's something called conversion window. Now we want to have a 7-day click and not a 7-day click and 1-day view. No need to think too much about this. The reason for this is it helps the pixel optimize your ads. So just stick with the template. If it's confusing, that is okay. Just know that this works. And then we're going to scroll down. There's nothing more we need to do. If it looks different for you, it might be because it's not showing the advanced options. All you need to do is click on show advanced options and change the conversion window. And then let's click on continue. And now it's time to actually create the ad itself, how it's going to look like. So no need to worry about any of this. We're going to scroll down and we're going to pick up the template again. Now, the template is a holy grail. Just stick with it and you'll be absolutely fine. So as we can see, the format is going to be either image or video. In our case, we're going to stick with a single image. So it's going to be single image or single video. Scroll down. And the next step is then upload image or video. Now to do this simply, all we're going to do is go back to our website, which is right here. we want to use this image. Doesn't matter if you want to use this image, but we want to use this one. All we're going to do is right click here, click on save image as, and then we're just gonna save it down where we know where it is. Panda product, and then save. Perfect. So now let's go back. Let's click on upload images, and then let's click on Panda product right here. So there we go. Now we can see how it's starting to look like. Now, before we move on, there's a tool here called cropping. Let's click on it and make it look a little bit better. There we go. We want to focus on the face. The face is very cute. And then just click on done. Looks much, much better. Great. So let's pick up the template once again. So we have uploaded an image. Now next up, text. Write a selling text about your product. Now when it comes to writing the text, you might want to give this some consideration. What kind of style you want on it, what are you selling, how do you connect with your customers. Now remember, we're writing to parents here. So we might want to write something like, do you love pandas? Do your children as well? Enjoy snuggling with this cute panda toy. Now you might want to write something a bit more descriptive or with a bit more connection or emotion, but you want to make sure you get into the minds of the consumer. Remember, who am I talking to? And write from there. Right now I'm talking to parents. So after the text, we want to add the website URL. Where are they going to end up when they click on our ad? So let's go back to our website. And then we're just going to take this link. It's super easy. We have already prepared this. Click here, right click, copy it, and then let's go back. And then just right click and paste it in. Ultimately, that is the place where we want to be driving our traffic. So what's going to happen is they're going to click on our ad, and when they do, they're going to end up on this place. And this is also the place where they can click add to cart and make their purchase. That is where we're making these ads. So let's go back. So this is what it's looking like right now. Let's move on down. Check out the template. So we already added the website URL. And next up we have headline. We want something attention grabbing. So here the headline is currently R&J super sale. That's a poor headline. Now we want something like for panda lovers. Sometimes writing with caps lock is going to be more attention grabbing, sometimes not. Now if you're writing for parents, product for children, you could do that. If you were selling a more professional product to an adult audience, don't do that. It always depends on the product. And then finally, we have call to action, shop now. What is the button going to say? It doesn't make sense that it says learn more, right? So we're just going to change this one to, here we go, shop now. Perfect. So now we have done everything. Everything is set up, guys. And if we look to the right, this is exactly what our ad is going to be looking like. And when they click on this ad, they'll be taken to this site. And this is also where they'll be able to add to cart and make the purchase. Perfect. So let's go back, scroll down, and click on confirm. So there we go. We just published our first ad. Now, if you've been following along, then congratulations. You got your first ad up, which is the first serious step towards making money with your Shopify store. Now, if this feels complicated, then don't worry about it. It really is not. Stick with this template. Just really stick to it. Review this video and especially watch the detailed interest section. What my thinking process is like, how I'm targeting people. Accept the detailed targeting. The rest you only need to follow this. and you'll be all set and you'll have your ads up, and then we'll continue in the course. If you have any question, guys, just hit us up in the Q&A. But I promise you, you'll nail this. This is super easy. See you in the next lecture and good luck.
So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a split test to make sure that your product is selling with maybe the best picture or the best text. And I will show you in a second. But first of all, look at this. We recently released our first ad, as you can see here. We have reached 36 different people in the United States, and we already have one person in the United States that clicked our link. They haven't bought it yet, but they have clicked it and shown interest in our panel. How incredible, isn't it? Right? So we already can see that this works. This formula works. So follow it through along the course and beyond the course. But let's go to the split testing. So a split testing is basically when we are having one ad. If I click here, we have our ad with this picture, with this panda picture right now. I can click this open, and we only gonna split test this. This means that we're gonna change either the picture here or the text here. You can also change other things like people you are targeting, their interests, their behaviors, but we're gonna keep this video pretty simple so you understand the split testing thing here. So what we're gonna do is, let me click back. We're gonna go into the ad itself, and we're gonna click on duplicate. And then once this pops up, you will keep it as it is here. This new ad set thing here is if you want a new budget, etc. We're gonna keep this video really simple. So click on existing ad sets and just click on duplicate. So this is where the fun stuff begin really. The first thing you would like to do to separate this one is, you can see the name here, it says copy. I don't really enjoy this. So what we can do is just take this away and write conversion and then 2. Then we can separate them. And then scrolling down on the right hand side here, you can see how it looks. The original version of this looks right now. And what you can do in this split testing, as I told you before, you can add or you can change interest, you can change behaviors, etc. We're going to keep this simple and just change the picture here. You can also choose to change the text here, but then you don't really know which is working the best. Is it the picture? Is it the picture and the text, etc.? So you really want to determine which ad is bringing the most clicks and eventually the most sales, so you can get dollars in your pocket. So scrolling down, I will show you how simple you just change the picture. This is a picture, and click on clear image. Then you would like to have another image, of course. And I already have that, so I'm gonna click on select image. Look on the right hand side here, and then upload image, and then panda 2. So the other cute panda picture here, and click on confirm. And this is how it's gonna look. As you can see, I enjoy this, but if you don't enjoy this, you can just crop this picture by clicking here. Move this around a little bit. Maybe take a little bit more of the face like that. You can see how it turns out here. You can also move this around as you want to. I'm gonna keep it as large as possible. Maybe something like that. Cute panda. And click on done. And that's it. Now you only want to click on publish, and now it's done. Moving back, you can see now that this ad, the look of the product that we are advertising is different. As you can see, this is one picture here, and that is another picture. So we will see over time also which one is performing the best, which product is getting the most clicks, which product are we spending a lot of money on that doesn't work, so we can take that away and just go for the product that is working, getting the most clicks and the most dollars in your pocket. So that is basically how you split test a product. It's very simple to do. You only go with one variable, so you really can determine what is working and what is not working. So Robin will go through this ads manager in the next video. Follow along to that video.
In this video, you'll learn how to use and understand the ads manager. Now, the ads manager is your ads dashboard. It contains all of the information about all of your ads, and is also what allows you to customize them. So what we're seeing right here is pretty much the default view. We're currently in campaigns, and we're just going to go through the essential parts, what we really need to understand, and then how to use them. You could make this really complicated, but there's no need to. It's actually very simple and very effective. So let's go ahead and click on Account Overview first of all. So just like the name implies, this has all of the information about all of your ads summarized. So looking up here, the first thing that we did was to set a account spending limit. So here we can see how much we've spent so far. We set $100, we've spent $331. And then going down, we can see the totality of our reach, amount spent, impressions, everything, who the people are, all of these things. Now, this information is not very important right now, but I want you to know where you can find it should you want to know, for example, is it men or women who are primarily interested? Clearly, it is women. Also note, this is for this month. It's always the default to show the information for the current month. You can change that by clicking here, but generally just leave this be. So let's move on to campaigns. So as you can see up here, we have campaigns, ad sets, and then ads. Now these are three different parts of the entire ad. The campaign is the objective of the ad itself. Now remember when we did the ad, our objective is always to go for conversions, right? So the objective of all of our ads is for purchases. And then we have the ad set. Now the ad set is the audience, the demographic, the locations. So you could say that while campaigns contain the objective, the ad sets contain the targeted audience. So if I click on ad sets here, you can see that we set one ad set where we selected the broad interest. If you remember the template, we selected men and women, and we selected the US. And then finally, we have the ads itself. This is the look of the ad, how we want the ad to appear on the Facebook feed in front of others. So if I click on ads here, we can see what the ads look like. And remember, we split tested this ad to see which picture is working the best. And right now, one is performing better than the other clearly, even though this one has still been on for longer. So that is the difference between the campaigns, ad sets, and ads. And as long as you know that, you're going to get really far. It doesn't get much more complicated than that. When you get a lot of campaigns in here and you're starting to kind of mix them up, all you need to do to find the ad sets that belongs to this campaign, the Panda product that is just click on it. So if you click on it like this, then it's only going to show the ad sets for that campaign. And if I click on this ad set, it's only going to show the ads themselves in that ad set. So this is a super easy way to navigate through all of your different ads. So what's going to be happening later is that you're going to be having different products, and all of the different products will have different ad sets, which will have different ads. And all you need to do is click on them. So those are the main things to know, how to navigate and control the ads manager. And then let's also go through what these statistics actually mean. So the first thing to know is the selection part. If I click on this, it's going to select all of the campaigns I have. Now right now it's just one, but if I had 20, it would select all 20. If I want to turn this campaign off, which also turns the ad sets and ads off, I would just click on this button right here. So this is the on and off button. And then moving on, we have delivery. Now the delivery could be either it's off, which means it's not going, or it could be in review, meaning it's about to come out if it gets approved, or it could be active, meaning it's currently live and showing, and you're currently paying for it. Now, results for us is always purchase. Remember, we went for conversions. So ultimately, even though we're very happy about having link clicks, in the end, what matters are the results, are the purchases. We want people to buy our products, right? So let's say that you would have 40 link clicks, but you wouldn't be having any purchase. Well, that means something is probably wrong with your website. You want to go and troubleshoot your website. Make a test order, make sure that the website looks clean, that it looks trustable, and just troubleshoot from there. So we're always interested in purchases. And then there's the reach. The reach meaning how many different people that this ad has been shown to. This is different from impressions, meaning how many times the ad has been shown. As we can see, impression is higher than reach, meaning that some people have seen our ads maybe twice or thrice. And then we have cost per result. Because we installed the pixel, we can see how much we have been paying for the ad, and we can see how much the ad itself had sold for. It's connected with the product. And then we can always know if the ad itself is worth the cost. You always want to earn more than you're paying for your ad. In a couple of lectures, we're going to give you a template for that as well. And then we have the budget. And right now we're using the budget we set, nothing complicated. How much we're spending here at the amount spend. When it's ending, we have it on ongoing. You could set a date, a timestamp, but we're going to show you how to handle this in a bit. And then the link clicks, how many times someone has clicked on your links. And finally, website purchases. You don't really need to bother about this one. You just need to worry about the results here. So that is all of the important parts in here. And if you want to remove an ad itself, all you do is select it and then click on delete. It's not any more complicated than that. Actually super simple, no need to make this any more complicated. So by all means, play around with this dashboard, but don't make it more complicated than it is. Just understand what campaign, ad sets and ads are, how to turn them on and off, how to read this, just basic metrics, and you're all good. You don't need any more. Okay, let's move on to the next lecture. In this video, you'll learn how to improve your ads and drive more traffic. Now, what we have done already is that we have targeted one specific type of audience. We're going to improve our ads by targeting more audiences, or more specifically, a different type of audience. Let me show you what I mean. If we start off in our ads manager in here, and then we go to ad sets, you'll see the ad set that we created called broad interests. And we specifically targeted people who like pandas because we had a panda plushie toy as a product. But the truth is, not only panda lovers or parents, which we targeted in there, they aren't the only people who are going to be buying these products. What we're going to do is that we're going to create more ad sets to target more and different audiences. From here, we'll be able to see which one is performing the best out of the ad sets and then keep those. So you already know how to split test. This is not a split test, but it is very, very similar. It's also just as simple. So if you check out your resources, you'll see that we have added a template for you. So it looks like this. And this template is for the ad sets specifically. And if you remember what an ad set is, it is your audience. Now the first audience we have already created, it's the broad interest. We targeted the panda lovers. The next thing we're going to do is that we're going to target tangent keywords and also add in engaged shoppers. So let's just start off there and get to it. So we're already in our ad sets, and here we have our broad interest. What we're going to do is, just like the split test, we're going to click on duplicate here. And then we're going to keep it in the original campaign. We only want one copy, and we're going to click on duplicate. So the first thing we're gonna do is just change the name. So this is why we from the beginning called it ad set 1. Now this one is going to be ad set 2, and we're going to call it tangent keywords. And if we scroll down, all of these settings are going to be the exact same. We don't need to bother about any of these. Just scroll down until we get to the detailed targeting. If this was a split test, we would be changing one thing, but we aren't. We're going to change the entire detailed targeting. So let's start off by removing all of these. And then check out the template once again. So here we can see that the template is asking us to use tangent keywords. And if that sounds confusing, we have some examples down here as well. So a tangent keyword could be mobile phone accessories, iPhone accessories, if the product was a mobile lens. So now we have a panda toy. So we could, for example, in our detailed targeting, write stuffed toys. And there we go. So if we check this one out, we can see the size is 11.5 million people have liked this. So we're just gonna select it and then see our estimated results. So we have 1.7 million people. It's a bit too much, but we're also going to add one more. If we go back to the template, we can see we're also going to add engaged shoppers. So let's click on narrow audience. And then add in engaged shoppers, and then check how many we have. So right now we have 1.1 million people, still a tad too much, very, very close. Now, when you get even more specific to stay within the 100,000 to 1 million range, what you could do is just keep clicking on narrow further and get more and more specific. When it comes to this template, the most important part is that the tangent keyword in here is the first box, is the first thing you write in. It is this one, stuffed toys. After that, you have free hands. It's exactly the same with broad interest. First, we wrote giant panda, and then we could get more and more specific. So I just want to narrow this slightly further. What I'm gonna do is click on narrow further here and add something general. Let's say toys. There we go, and then check the results. And perfect, 810,000 people. So now we have people who like stuffed toys, who are engaged shoppers, and who also like toys. Clearly these people enjoy their toys. So they're going to be a perfect audience to aim at. And then we're going to click on publish. There we go, it's published. You can't see it because it's behind my head, the publish button and the approval, but it's right there, it's been published. So then we just click up here to collapse this side panel. So now we have two ad sets out. This also means that your budget just increased to $10 a day. That is worth noting. So this is a great way to drive more traffic, get a bigger income very quickly. However, if you do have limited funds, you can stick to the just broad interest. But if you're able, I strongly recommend that you follow this template. Very, very strongly. So we're going to make one more ad set here. So let's click on broad interest again and click on duplicate. And then do the same thing, just click on duplicate. And then we're going to change the ad set name. So this is ad set 3, right? And then we check the template. It says brands, fan pages, associations, etc. We're just gonna call these brands for now. The most important thing is that you know that it's ad set 3. There we go, and then we're gonna scroll it down until we get to the detailed targeting. And let's remove all of these once again. There we go, so let's get started. Let's bring out the template once again. Now if I need some examples, some help, we can use the example here from Mobile Lens. So let's go to number 3 with the brands here. So an example could be iPhone. Now that is a brand as Apple, for example, Oliclip, Android Central, these different kinds of brands or fan pages or websites, whichever. The point is that these are a different audience, the same product, but a completely different audience. So for example, our main one here could be Toys R Us. Now I do believe that these have reached bankruptcy at this point. However, the people who enjoy their site are still gonna be people who enjoy toys or have children who like toys. Most likely they'll be shopping there. So my advice is use these kind of brands, use these kind of big shops that you know that here there's a shop for children or that enjoys the product itself. But don't use Toys R Us when you are watching this, but because most likely these will have reached bankruptcy by then. So we have Toys R Us, and now because the interest or the potential reach is a bit too big, we're gonna once again just narrow it down. You don't have to add in Engage Shopper here, because if you like Toys R Us, if you like that brand or that store rather, then chances are you're already a shopper. But because we want to narrow it down, we're going to add it in. There we go. So we have 2.2 million people, and now we want to narrow it down even more. Remember, 100,000 to 1 million. So let's click on narrow further. And then let's add stuffed toys. Stuffed toy. There we go. 140,000 people. Perfect. It is within the range. It works really well. And then we're just gonna click publish. So now it's published once again. That's behind my head. You can't see it because I'm in the way, but it has been published. We're gonna collapse this side panel. So there we go. Now we have 3 different ad sets up, meaning we have one product but 3 completely different audiences. And it's gonna be very clear which audience that is the most interested in buying the products. Because remember, these ads cost money and we wanna earn more than we're spending always. And if you have limited funds, I recommend that you go with $3 a day instead of $5 a day. And if you have very, very limited funds, then just stick to a single ad set. But if you can, I strongly recommend you use the 3 ad sets. It's extremely effective. So the next question is, okay, the ad sets are up, they're running and driving traffic. What's next? How do I know when to scale the ad? How do I know when to remove the ad? Well, we're gonna be talking about all of that in a little bit, and you're going to learn everything. We're gonna give you a template for it, so don't fret, just relax, follow along in these lectures and you'll do perfect. See you in the next video, guys. In this video, you'll learn how and when to scale or stop your ads. Well, first off, what is scaling? Scaling is basically to increase or decrease the amount of money that you're currently putting into your ad. So if you remember, if we go to ad sets, then we're putting in $5 each into our ad sets here. Now, if we were to scale the ad upwards, we would be putting in more money. That means that it will be reaching even more people. Now, the reverse is also true. You could scale it down. So if you scale it down, it's going to be reaching less people. In the next video, you'll learn exactly how to be doing this. We'll teach you everything. But in this video, we're going to be focusing on when to actually be doing it, how you know what is working, how you know what isn't working, and when to stop. So let's get started right away. Now, the first thing we can see here is the columns. We already went through what all of these means. Now, in order to make all of this super simple, we have created a template for you so you know exactly what to look for and what rules to follow to make your ad sets successful. But before we do that, I want you to go to ad sets here, and then I want you to click on columns here. And then I want you to click on customize columns. What we're going to do is change the positions a little bit and add another column. You only have to do this once, and when you have done it, you'll never have to do it again. The reason we're doing this is to match the columns with our template, so it makes everything super easy. So first off, when we're in here, search for cart, and you'll see something called website add to cart. We're just gonna click this one in here, and that is going to add it in the bottom here. So this is all of the different metrics that are showing on the side. Now what we're going to do is change the position of them. First off, before we change anything, here where it says website purchases, we're going to remove that one, because we're only interested in the purchases of our product. We already have a metric for it. And then we're going to grab this one where it says websites adds to cart, hold in our mouse and just put it one step up. We're also going to grab our link clicks here, hold it and put it one step down. So if you're following along this video right now, it should be looking like this. On the top we have website purchase conversion value, link clicks, websites adds to carts, website purchase ROAS. And that's all. That is all you need to do. Put it in this order, add this in, and then you never have to do this again. And then where it says save to preset, click that one in. And then let's name it new default. And then just click on apply. And there we go. As you can see in the column right now, we're using the new default already. And the reason we're doing this is because this is perfectly aligned with our template. So if you check out your resources, you'll have the template right there. And it looks like this. So this is the current template that we will be using to figure out if we're going to stop or if we're going to scale our ads. So here are the rules, and it is super duper simple. Now for day one, with 24 hours, that is, when we've been spending $5 on our ad set. Remember, this is an ad set. We're currently on a budget for $5. Now, the rule is, if you have at least 3 clicks, it gets to move on to the next level, which is day 2. If it does not have 3 clicks, if it has less than 3 clicks, then you terminate it. So if we take this one, for example, the one that we created, if we hold our mouse over at schedule, we can see that we created it at 7:03 p.m. So it hasn't even gone 24 hours and we still have 3 link clicks. So what this means is that it lives to fight another day. The next step, the next rule in this template is day 2. So by 2, you will have about $10 spent. Doesn't matter if it's actually been spending $10 by then. You want at least 3 add to carts. And if we look at the new column we just created, here we have websites add to carts. So by tomorrow, by around 7, we should be having 3 adds to carts. If it doesn't, we're going to shut it off. And if it does, it moves on to yet the next level. And the final level, which is right here, it's day 3, it needs to have at least 3 ROAS. And that means return on ad spent. In other words, meaning how much you've been paying for the ad and how much you've been earning. You want to earn at least 3 times as much money as you have been spending on the ad itself. And that one is in the very bottom right here. So if by 3 days, after 3 days, this does not have 3 in it, we terminate the ad. If it has 3 or more, then we move on to the next lecture and show you exactly how to scale it. So for clarification, let's go through this once again. Day 1, after 24 hours, 3 clicks. And clicks meaning anyone has just clicked on your ad. That's all. You want 3 clicks within 24 hours. Day 2, website adds to cart. You want at least people to have added a product on your website from your ad 3 times. And if they have, we move on to day number 3. You want at least 3 times as much earning as money you have spent on the ad. So let's say that you spent $5 and you have earned $20, then you're going to have a return on ad spend, ROAS, return on ad spend, that is over 3. You get to move to the next lecture to scale it. So this is all you need to know. If it falls in this order, if it passes this, you scale it. If it doesn't pass any one of these days, you terminate it by just clicking on here. So by now you should know exactly what to look for, exactly how to handle your ads, and just follow these rules because they work. They really do work. No need to make this complicated. Follow these rules in this template, and then when you find a working ad, because you're not going to find the majority of ads working, but when you do, that's when the money starts piling in, and that's when we start scaling and getting even more money. So let's move on to the next lecture, guys, and learn how to actually scale the ad. See you there. In this video, you'll learn how to actually scale your ads. And this is the gold mine. This is where we start making some serious profits. So let's get right into it. I'll show you exactly how this works. So we're in our ads manager. We always start off in campaigns. All we're gonna do is click on ad sets. And if you haven't already, then go to columns. Make sure that the new default that we set in the previous video is the default. So click on new default here, and then go back and click on set as default so that you'll always be using this one as soon as you click in on ad sets. Perfect. So if you remember how to find a profitable ad set, meaning you're going to want to have a return on ad spend that is at least 3. And when you think about it, that's great. You're making at least 3 times the money that you're spending on the ad. That's pretty crazy in itself. So let's say that we found a winning ad set here. It's working perfectly. It's gone through all of the 3 days that's required. 3 link clicks, 3 adds to carts, and then 3 ROAS. So what we want to do then is we want to actually scale it. To make this process super simple, we have added a template. Once again, I mean, the template makes it so you only need to follow it and you got the success formula right in your hands, whether you understand it or not. So all you're going to do is go to your resources and bring that one up. And it looks like this. So this is your success formula. This is gonna show you exactly how to scale it. So remember, we have our ad set here, and now, because these haven't been out for too long, we're gonna pretend that it's past the 3 days mark and it is a profitable ad set, and we're gonna scale it. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate the profitable ad set and double the budget. That's why we call this double up. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And doing that is super simple. Check this out. All we're gonna do is go over to the ad set itself, click on duplicate, we've done this before, and then click on duplicate once again. And now when you're here, you're just gonna change the name here to scaled at the end. So even though it still says ad set 1, we're gonna call it scaled. Right? So we know which one it is that we're scaling. We have a full control over everything that we're putting out. And then we're gonna scroll down until we get to the budget and schedule. And all we're gonna do is double this one up. And doubling 5 is gonna make for $10. So that's all we're gonna do. And then we're gonna go ahead and click on publish. And then it's completed, it's published. You can't see it because my face is in the way. But we're gonna close this side panel, and there it is. So notice we still have the original ad set, the original profitable ad set, and we have also put out our scaled ad set. So now what we wanna do is bring out the template once again and just go through the rules for keeping this profitable. We're not taking any risks whatsoever here. It's all about making an income, not wasting money. So check data after you have spent $20. And in this case, that is going to be after about 2 days. You'll be able to see the amount spent up here. And when this reaches $20, you go back to the template and you check your return on ad spend, your ROAS. If it is higher than 3, then you duplicate the new ad set from $10 to $20. You do the same thing with the $20 ad set. You watch it after you spend $20, and if it has a return on ad spend that is over 3, then you duplicate that one to 40, 80, 160. You keep duplicating all the time until it's not profitable anymore. So the second that any of your ad sets go below 2 return on ad spend, you turn off that ad set. And guys, I know what you're thinking. Oh wow, am I gonna spend $80 a day? That's crazy. But think about it. $80 a day and you're having a return on ad spend that is 3 times. You'll be making $240 of that. That means you have $160 of pure profit just that day from that ad set. And then the minute it is only double as effective or double as profitable, you close it off. So this is a super safe method, extremely effective. Now all you need to do is find that profitable ad set and then start scaling it. When you start scaling it, that's when the serious money starts to happen. So guys, let's go over this one more time. You go ahead and you find your profitable ad set like we showed you in the previous video. You want to have 3 link clicks on day 1, day 2, 3 add to carts, and day 3 you want to have a return on ad spend that is 3 or above. Okay, then you start scaling it. All you're gonna do is bring up this template, duplicate that profitable ad set, double the budget, then check after you spend $20, is the return on ad spend still above 3 or above, duplicate again, and then after $20 again and again. And if any of the ad sets go below 2, then just click it off, turn it off. So remember, every time you duplicate, the original ad sets will still be there. So keep an eye on your return on ad spend. Guys, this is where the serious magic starts to happen. So pay close attention to this. Just bring up your template, and even if this feels confusing, trust me, just follow this template and you'll do so well. This is super easy when you grasp it. So all you need to do now is go through the previous videos and follow these steps and you'll do great. Okay, stay consistent and I'll see you in the next lecture. See you there.
In this video, I'm going to show you a web page that we are using to get inspirations for our ads. Because in the jungle of Facebook ads, to really understand what is working and what is people stopping in their feed for and clicking on our ad for, what is it really that makes ads work? Let me show you in this video. So what I want you to do is click in the resources for this video or go to adespresso.com/ads-examples. And here we have an entire page where we can see what is working with people's Facebook ads. What are people clicking on and why? So if you go to this page and scroll down, you have so much examples here on people's ads that are working. As you can see, the colorful pictures, and you can also get inspirations for like the text and stuff. So scrolling down, you can see there's a lot of ads here, but let's say that we have a particular product to sell. We can make a search here in the field. Let's say steel rings. You are selling a steel ring and you want to have inspiration of how it can look, all with the picture, with the text, etc. Let's see if we can find that. Scrolling down on the page, you can see that to the steel ring, we get also other kinds of products here. As you can see, a watch, maybe a boot camp or what it looks like. Scrolling down, let's see if we find a ring. These were cool. These were really beautiful. Let's click into this one, blue steel. And the first thing that I notice is 50% off. This is eye-grabbing. And then the second one is the price, and the third one is the beautiful pictures. And you remember that we were using a tool to really highlight our picture to make it shining. And this is exactly what they have done as well. Maybe they didn't use the same tool, but you can see that this is really bright, right? This is a shiny picture that if I were looking for jewelries, maybe to give away to like a gift or to myself, and I was scrolling down my feed and I would see this beautiful picture, I would definitely stop and I would see that it's 50% off and I would click into that ad. And that is exactly what we're looking for here. So just take out what is best with your ads or the ads you're really finding in this page and take after them and model them. So for this ad, I would model the 50% off, maybe not with 50% off, but maybe with some kind of code or something like that, because that is exactly what we're seeing here. So save 30% with checkout promo code, and they have added a code here as well. So this really makes the customer feel like they're getting a great deal. They're saving money while they're buying your products. Isn't that an awesome feeling? And then I would take after and model this kind of picture. So really go back and use the tool that I showed you in previous videos, so you can really highlight your product so it sticks out in all the fluff and buzz around Facebook. Okay, so that's a great thing to do if you're selling rings, for example. Going back, let's go for another search. Let's say that you are selling a necklace, and type in that one, and then scrolling down and see if we find something that is really eye-grabbing. And the first thing I can see is father and daughter necklace. Let's click into that and see if we can take something from this ad as well. And as you can see, it's a bright, high quality picture. You can see that you can see clear the text here. So it's really important that you are having a high quality picture. And if you cannot find the quality picture online, then what I suggest you to do is to buy the product. And as we have gone through in previous videos, you are like selling really low priced products, so you can buy this from AliExpress, ship it to you, and you can take quality pictures with great lighting on your own. And this is really, if you are dead serious to grow a business online, I would suggest you to do this if you cannot find quality pictures. Otherwise, use the tool that I showed you to really highlight this picture. You can see how beautiful it is, and I would definitely stop in the feed if I were looking for this kind of gift. Scrolling down to the text here, what we can see is dads, surprise your daughters or daughters with this beautiful handcrafted heart necklace. Awesome. And then emojis. They're using emojis. So this is also in today's digital marketing or marketing, this is pretty important, I would say, because this is eye-catching. I would stop in the feed more likely if they had emojis, not maybe every time, but you can use this technique as well. And then order here. So this is pretty simple. A text, some emojis, and the link to the product here. And a great quality picture. So what I would suggest you to do really is go to this link that I've attached in this for this video in the resources, and go around and see the products that you have driven to your store. What inspirations can you find by just simply go for a search here for anything that you for your product really, and see if you find some inspirations, because I can understand that in the jungle of Facebook ads of creation, it can really get a bit overwhelmed. What should I write? How should my picture look like? Should I offer a discount directly in the ad itself, etc.? So go around and model the best, model the people that's doing this, and it's really working, so you can get some inspirations. Good luck now.